Hello and welcome back to Arknights. Tonight, I'm doing the It's Been a While stages at the very last minute because I am very professional like this. So with that in mind, I was just doing regular farm stuff because I want to do this on stream, but then, well, I was away with family for the holiday weekend. I had the scheduled multiplayer sessions, so I was thrown a bit off. But hey, I was still able to do regular farming, so I could do this on stream. Zohei. Dr. Many Zohei, and I am a spirit. I'll buy some of this other stuff a little later. Good meowing. Could probably unlock these, but I definitely want to get everything else first. Good evening. Let's see here. Save the building on the verge of collapse when we see the bugs that hide in the rubble. Alright, I should probably bring him himself here. Right, he's at the bottom here. Alright, should be able to level up just fine. Oh my. Well, I can get this, I just need to, Hello, Infinity. Yeah, I'm doing this event stage a little late, unfortunately. I can make those in... Well, I guess I can make the item I need in the workshop, but I want to get straight to the good stuff, so... I'll focus on the event for now. I'm gonna bring him so he gets the bond bonus. Now, let's see here. Actually, I should probably go with rabbits. Alright, we'll go with rabbitknights here, see how far the bunnies get before I have to switch to my proper team. Stage 1, the Teetering Tower.
We're heading out. Remember, mind your cover. So, what kind of good stuff will our enemies be carrying today?
This is the first stage, so it should be pretty easy.
On alert! Please hold on.
April, take care of the spider, please. Thank you. Might as well bring Ami out here so she increases everyone's damage.
My sword is cloaked in Sea Child's shadow.
Oh, I remember. You can ignore the flyers if you see the red and blue one together. Apparently, this is a reference to the show Zohei is actually from. This event is a crossover with apparently a Chinese children's show. I am not familiar with it, I'm afraid. Oopsie, someone leaked.
Sneaky, sneaky.
Ah, I see, they spawn directly behind. Like Rope said, that's sneaky sneaky.
I made a good...
And there we go. Easy peasy. Didn't miss a single shot. Enemy weight is significantly increased. That, doesn't... I guess that I can't use a pusher, but I don't have any pushers, as you've noticed. All I really have to do here is remember to put down someone else below.
Look at the map and figure out your route before we get in there. This is experience talking.
Still want Air here.
heal.
Shouldn't need a healer too much for the moment, but won't hurt. April, yeah. Take care of that, will ya? Please and thank you. I can ignore the red and blue flyers. As long as my operators aren't close enough for them to fire, I don't think it's going to be an issue.
My sword is cloaked in Sea Child's shadow.
Yeah, as you see, they just exit the map, so I don't need to worry about them. It's just there to reference the show. I guess Leonhardt might help out a bit here. Because there's going to be a bunch of those spiders coming. Here we are. That definitely could have gone worse. And there we are. Spiders are such a pain, but at least rabbits have a decent amount of range to them. And you'll be happy to know, Infinity, this event, the story is separate from the stages, so I'm going to just be focusing on the stages here. Let's see here. Looks like there's going to be Lancers here, which is going to be a pain in the ass. Yeah, don't let the rushing bugs blind you, the artillery aiming at your defenses from afar.
All right, all medicine has been prepared.
Incoming! Ready all members.
Alright, Ayer can go here.
On alert!
Please hold on.
And Ansel here. Maybe I should argue Sora counts as a rabbit as long as she's in her Elite 2 artwork. That's a... crap.
Sneaky, sneaky.
I know one way to handle this.
My sword is cloaked in Sea Child. Once I have you,
There we go.
you're not getting away.
Yeah, if you're using rope, one of the big perks of her is she has more range than other pullers, so she can pull off shit like that. Pretty funny.
It only does.
Ha! She does the get over here.
Ready to heal.
This sword thirsts for this sword.
Activate this power so that that does more damage. There we are.
On alert!
Mission accomplished.
Alright, I just need to pay closer attention to that next time.
It'd be a waste to leave all that good stuff here. The enemy doesn't need it anyway, right?
Alrighty, challenge mode. What's the challenge? DP costs of defenders and specialists are doubled. Very easy for defenders because rabbitknights has no defenders, but the lack of rope might actually be a problem. Actually, she's only 10, so she becomes 20. It does suck not having a vanguard, but that's honestly not too bad. Alright, yeah, I'm pretty sure we can do this with mostly the same setup, although like I said, it does kind of suck they only have one healer, and it's... Well, Ansel's only 3 stars for a reason.
All right, all medicine has been prepared. Injections ready. Prepare for battle.
Air Scarp can still handle here. He's not exactly durable, but he's not exactly fragile either.
to heal.
Alright, let's get these
Madame
down
Chen's
here.
swordsmanship flows within this weapon.
Come on, really? Gonna need rope to handle this.
I made a good use
Go.
since I have you. You're not getting away. This sword. With what do I answer your failure of justice? On alert!
Alright, as soon as the next one comes out, pull him.
I made a good.
Ready to heal.
Might as well distract some of those here. Savage is actually surprisingly helpful. Which is funny, because since she's one of the earliest operators, you can tell they had no idea what they were doing when they made her kit.
Doctor, thank you for always supporting me. Our battles will only get harder from here, but we can't give up.
The ability to use Ami is definitely one of the big perks of a rabbitknights team. Stay a while for those who wander without aim.
Operation commencing. Let's go.
Injections ready. Prepare for battle.
My sword is cloaked.
Let's get
in
Ami
sea
out here
shadow.
immediately, then I'll get Air Scarp out. Those guys just like to run endlessly, so I don't know if they. I forgot. I wasn't paying attention to their preview laser to see if they go into the blue box eventually. Guess I'll have to find out the hard way, won't I?
Ready to heal.
So here. Alright, gotta be ready when this happens. Ah, so they do go through eventually. Good to know. I can have a rope here to help a little, but...
Amiya, he do not make me angry.
Alright, the quick redeploy is done. So let's go with here. Now I want to wait till those three are in range for using this. Here we are.
On alert!
Alright, Cruz, help him out here. We gotta get these guys the drive-bys. Yeah, if these guys, if those sleeping enemies attack me one at a time, I can handle them easily. It's only if I awaken all three at once that I'm screwed.
I was very impressed by everyone's performance. It was fantastic.
Ooh, they become grudge bearers. That means they're going to be a lot more painful, I can tell you that much. Oh boy. And the fun part is between this and the home server, since there's a bit of a delay, there's
We're
no...
heading out. Remember, mind your cover.
Yeah, that guy at the
Injections
top is
ready.
going to be the
Prepare
really
for
frustrating one to have to deal with.
My sword is cloaked in Sea Child's shadow.
Okay. Challenge mode also makes enemies about 10 to 20% stronger regardless of what the actual challenge is, so
Ready to heal.
I do need to watch myself a little, but by and large I think we can handle this. Alright, that took a sacrifice, but I think it was worth it.
Anya, he will not make me angry.
Alright, use that to make everyone buff. I'll take these one at a time. Hansel, use your skill, please.
Is this a good spot?
There we go. As soon as the Grudge Bearer dies, we're good. Okay, good. We are indeed good.
Does it any more noise?
Not there, but here.
Go ahead. Bye.
Alright, because she stuns them, she stops their charge, and if they stop their charge, they lose their damage bonus. Which is good for me, I can tell you that much. And the rabbits are victorious. Stage 4. This is where things are gonna start getting a little more interesting. Let's see, what's this? Look, these animals here for you. Again, where are you again? Squad, you may only deploy certain operators. Alright. Yeah, if it's an S stage, that usually has some... If it's not... Yeah, this looks like it's a tutorial. Protect again. Hey, who's this little guy? He looks weird. Ooh. Sorry, I spilled a few drops of ink while drawing. Hold the fort, I'll be there in a moment. Thanks, Dusk. Good to know we can rely on you. Might as well get hung out here. I see, this is to show the value of splitting them up. He only hits a plus shape. I thought it was the 8 ones around him. There's more and more of them. Come on, you guys come back.
Would any of you like to be my paint?
I am not a fan of Dusk, that's why I kinda never raised her. Granted, I'm not a fan of splashcasters in general, which...
Let me paint it for you.
Bards don't attack, but they passively heal all allies in range, and as you can see, they get a very special effect when they activate.
With the setting of the sun, the brush draws out the peaks.
And there we are. I see, this is to show you how to use Zohei's ability to swap between forms. Huh, not bad. Plus he's the free event unit, so... I guess I can level him up a bit just to show. But in order to do that, I'll first need to, upgrade.
You have a pretty big ship here, but it's not nearly as roomy as an old Iberian flagship.
Don't need 9-colored dues help for this. Chips. And here we are. I only need the 2.
Products received.
很奇妙的地方啊，有很多没见过的东西。
Resources received.
I'll replace the operators later, I swear. Alright, here we are. Right, now let's go ahead and promote him then. Promotion? What does that mean? Max level 60. You're about to find out again, buddy. Promote. Talent improve, executor, and trading. Alright, let's go ahead and promote him to Elite 2 then, shall we? 4 stars are just so dirt cheap, I love it. I still don't really get it, but thanks, Doctor. Yeah, this is his human form. And for the record, yeah, you can swap between which character's artwork you want. This also affects their, sprite icon. Oh, right, I should probably upgrade this to max, shouldn't I? Oh, rock pop. Of course he'd ask for rock piles, why wouldn't he? I don't have easy access to those, unfortunately. I'm running low on quite a few things. Alright, fine, I'll do it right now. If you insist.
Looks like there's a lot of good hiding places here in this room.
Alright, so upgrade materials, rock piles.
Products received.
Glad I did some cube farming earlier this week. For the holidays, I mean.
很奇妙的地方呢。
Actually, I believe that's what I was primarily farming during Muinar's event. Yeah, apparently it's pronounced Muinar. I have no idea, so I can't confirm either way. BW4, Unrest Brawls in the Showers of Neon Lit. Looks like this is a Coda Brawl event, so I guess we'll go with this one here. Actually, this is where it starts getting tough, so let's try a practice mission first. Then again, I guess it's not a big deal. Because it's only challenge mode eats a lot of stamina if you fail.
medicine has been prepared.
Sucks not having vanguards, but it's whatever, I guess.
Don't make any more
Cruz, take
noise.
care of that guy, will ya? Actually, April, take care of these guys, will ya?
Ready to heal.
Yeah,
My sword is
if you
cloaked in
please.
Sea Child's shadow.
Oh crap, right, Savage is the only one with block 3. Which means I need to be very careful with how I handle the bully enemies.
This sword, your thoughts, your arts, I can cut them.
Firepower ran out, so let's go with our buddy here. Leonhardt should be able to do it.
Go ahead. Stand still.
And there we are, the bullies are all gone. Balls.
Mission accomplished.
But I was very close, as you can see. I just need to make sure Savage is a bit further back then. I'm willing to bet that you let that person through as part of your plan. Alright, so now we know what we need to do here. We need to put reverse Savage and Amiya's locations. That way the bully will run past her, but won't go past Savage.
All right. All medicine has been prepared. Don't make any more noise. My sword is cloaked in Sea Child's shadow.
Alright, you can go ahead and take care of those, April, if you please.
Please hold on.
Alright, Savage here. Probably shouldn't have put in there, but oh well. Yeah, that was a bad idea. I might still be able to do this, but I'll have to be careful.
Oh, is it my bye?
Alright, yeah, that worked a lot better. Not bad.
Mission accomplished.
Huh, Rabbitknights usually has trouble getting past stage 4, but... Either these stages are really easy, or they're built in a way that the team can handle it just fine. What's challenge mode? Bullies are invisible. Lovely. But I think I can work with this. Let's go, then.
Look at the map and figure out your route before we get in there. This is experience talking.
As per usual, Ayer goes first.
Madame Chen's swordsmanship flows within this weapon. On alert! Please
Might as well
hold
get
on.
Onslaught here sooner rather than later. Alright, the bullies are invisible, but those guys are not, so I might want to... Actually, I'll probably want...
First aid box.
Oh yeah, he hits there just fine, so yeah.
Amiya here, drop your weapon.
Here we are. Place him here.
Oh, is it my head? You're going. This sword, drop your weapon.
Mission failed.
Oh right, these guys go at the same time. I can't kill them fast enough, apparently. Oops, look, we messed up. And of course, because it's challenge mode, I got too cocky and I lost a lot of stuff. I'll try it again here, but it could be simply we need an extra block 3 for that. And if so, rabbits just don't have that, I'm sorry.
Before we get in there. This is experience talking.
I guess I just need to wait for the inevitable Rim Billiton event. They totally do that, right? To make sure Rim Billiton has a 6-star rabbit and not make every single new unit completely, a species completely unrelated to the country they're in, right? They didn't totally do that with Ideal City, right? No, Stitch doesn't count.
Ready to heal.
Whatever, I'll just have her kill these guys while I'm here. Unfortunately, pullers aren't going to be especially helpful here. Still, I guess I can give it a try here, see if I can't get it all going.
Go ahead. Bye.
First aid box. The medication is here. Take it.
This sword will not make me angry.
It's no good. I can catch one, but not the other.
Mission failed.
Unfortunately, I need 2 blockers for this. 2 block 3s, that is, and rabbits just don't have any defenders. Or another Centurion. And they don't have the power to kill it quick enough, unfortunately, which is what I was hoping the Omnium thing could do there. Alright, I guess I'll just swap to my regular team. Probably level Zhao Hai a bit. 70... I guess I can at least make him to module level. Should be sufficient. Alright, and I got the rocks for this, so let's do it. Let's do it. Good enough. My very strange taste in operators should prove useful here.
I've finished tuning. I may perform now.
Saga here. She even just mortally wounds others just like Zohai does. The difference is she can kill them if she needs to, herself if she needs to, while Zohai has no way to do that.
Don't make any more noise.
Wait, why do I have Ash in here? Huh. Oh, whatever. Nice thing about an actual Vanguard, I actually have DP to spend. Crap, I forgot about that. Zerny should be here then.
Extraordinary melodies can only be played by the soul that craves.
I like Zerny. Don't ask why, I just felt like maxing him out one day, and I have never regretted it ever since. Eben should be able to handle the bullies just fine. Yeah, see, Eben is fun. More fun than practical, I imagine, but... And right, I need 2, which means
Let's just get this
Zerny's
done
gonna
with.
need backup.
Get out right now!
Oh, is it right there ahead? Stand still. A knife? My body burns at over 1,000.
+1 block to everyone, sounds good.
As startling as a trifle.
Shall I shut up or else?
She's 6,000 to 7,000 HP. He has over 7,000 because Neon's giving a passive boost.
That worked out better than I expected.
But still well over 1,000, so yeah, do not underestimate. Always seize the foe by the throat. I see where they're going with this. I like the 4 stars of this game. They're just so cheap and can usually do a few jobs just fine.
A smith's
But
gotta
I
be
suppose most
ready
of my
to pay
team
the
here is
debts
5.
accrued by the weapon she
Well, no, it's
forges.
actually mostly 6. Oh, what am I doing? It's this.
On alert.
I see, these guys like to do this.
Would
Might as well
tremble in my
reflect.
music is
They got global
your
range.
honor.
I'm not even using Silver Ash. He's pretty much just here to give everyone the redeploy effect. Or faster redeploy, I should say.
Already in set.
It's only 10% less, not what fast redeploys have, which is ridiculously low.
The performance will begin soon, but it seems our audience.
Here I am.
There we are. That samurai is a potential issue.
Shall I shut up or else?
She's basically one of Ling's dragons, except he can be healed. I should probably bring Ankh if I intend to use him like that.
Stronger dynamic, as startling as a tritone.
These guys count as elites? Nope, Eben doesn't care about them.
Go ahead, Ed. You're going.
Stronger dynamics.
Shall I listen or leave?
Faster tempo, as doleful as a clarinet.
Mission accomplished.
I have the feeling they're gonna upgrade the samurai, aren't they? There's just mighty people everywhere. Hateful Avengers. Oh yeah, as I expected, the samurai all get boosted attack. That's gonna be fun. Alright, let's see here. First of all, I think I want his skill 2 for this. And instead of Ash, I think I should bring Ankh, specifically to make sure Zerny gets his ability at full power. Alrighty, there we are. We'll see how well this goes. If not, I embarrass myself.
A smith's gotta be ready to pay the debts accrued by the weapons she forges.
Don't make any more noise.
Zerny. No, first we need to get Eben out and then Zerny.
The performance will begin soon, but it seems our audience can't contain.
To tremble in my music is your honor.
So hey.
Go ahead. And here I am.
Shall I close? Shut up or else!
The nice thing about Ankh is he immediately maxes out the damage bonus from skill 2 on Zerny. Ah, darn, he doesn't get the finisher if he's stunned.
Stronger dynamic.
Eben, do your
Startling
thing.
as a tritone.
Shall I open?
There we are. Hello, Infected Panda. Welcome to the stream. I was able to do everything up to BW4 with the rabbitknights, but unfortunately I started demanding too many defenders or people with 3 block, and I can't do it with Savage alone. Unfortunate. Torrential rains warp the streets for your eyes. Mirages emerge from the cracks between reality and illusion. Ah. And rest assured, I have plenty of stamina potions, so we're going to be completing this event tonight. And you're late. Indeed, I am. That's why I said I'm doing the event stages at the last possible minute. Because
A
that's
smith's gotta
truly
be
what a
ready
professional
to
streamer
pay
would do, right?
debts accrued by the weapon she forges.
Yeah, I don't know. Let's just bring the vanguards here. We're gonna get it shining because we want a strong. This.
The performance will
Eben
begin
should
soon,
be a good
but it
powerhouse
seems our
here.
audience can't contain themselves.
Here we are. Zerny will go down here.
Tremble in my music is your honor.
And replace. Yeah, we'll put Zohai here, and might as well put the defenders here, just so there's a wall. Oh my. I forgot those guys can remove it whenever they feel like it. Neural Light to... I'm to farm Knights. Indeed. I actually don't remember if I did the Near Light EX stages last time. I might have been in just farm mode because I forgot to do the... because I wasn't feeling the EX stages. If so, I'll do those, but otherwise I'll probably just go back to streaming something else.
On alert!
Oh, you dare strike my shield with your spear? That's gonna end
Yeah,
with
that's,
you in
that
pieces.
was... I should have realized that would be an issue.
Oh, is it my head? You're going.
Stronger than as startling as a tritone. Acknowledged.
Well, that's obviously no good. There are to be no survivor. I specifically requested no survivors. Ape strong. Now, does he deal arts damage? Greatly increase attack when attacking opposite. Perhaps the answer is... Actually, is there a good Ifrit spot? Yes, actually. Alright then, we'll replace Crew's Altar with Ifrit. And Neon, I'm gonna have to increase her defense.
Guess one thing's never gonna change with time. Swords will
Yeah, Neon's S3 is great for party support, gotta love it, but her S2 is what you want if you want her own defense, her own hard defense.
Ever inevitable. May the war grant us the redemption we seek. Or will it?
The Vanguards can handle this. There doesn't seem to be much threat to ranged operators, so I'm gonna go ahead and do this.
The performance will begin soon, but it seems our audience can't contain themselves.
Flinch or perish.
When 'tis a choice of life and death, why shouldst thou lay down thy arms?
Alright, this should be fine. I hate those things just eat those stupid... Well, it's whatever. I'll get Silver Ash's ability here. Eben, do your thing. Yeah, there we go. See, that creature isn't nearly as tough when you're prepared.
Stronger dynamics.
If we have one last one, I'll have Silver Ash as the last minute nuke. Yeah, that big guy in the upper left's still there. Another gorilla. More gorillas, oh my.
Faster, as startling as a tritone.
A knife? My body burnt at over 1,000 lives. His mind is
Yeah, that's a lot better, I think. The Neon mod is kind of strong. Yeah, I haven't unlocked her module yet because I've been very lazy, as you've seen. But her current one is really good for making her a hard tank. Which is good, because that's kind of her. That's what I use her for. Her next module coming up is better if you want her as a supporter, like in Defender Knights, or if you use large amounts of Defender teams. Bitey's have significantly increased HP. Well, we'll use up this first. If I need to, I'll borrow some more DPS, but I honestly think we're in good shape.
Prolonged casting makes my headaches flare up, and I even hallucinate if I'm unlucky. Let's make it a blitzkrieg, shall we?
Ifrit. I'll get the healer out just to be safe, but I think we're in good shape here. Eben, we need the powerhouses out here.
Especially when you face a Lysan.
Alright, that's done here.
When 'tis a choice of life and death, why shouldst thou lay down thy arms?
Should be good, this should be good. And we'll have Silver Ash here.
Acknowledged. What are you planning?
It hits all these just fine.
Stronger as doleful as a clarinet.
Oh, you want me to handle this?
Okay, good. They were able to kill him before it became a threat. I should probably bring another healer just to make sure Neon stays up. Because those guys hit like trucks. Alright. When the next gorillas come, this is when I need to pop absolutely everything.
Stronger as startling as a tritone.
No! Not so gotta waste my precious time on the agony. That fool.
Silver Ash should contribute. Just because he's been power crept doesn't mean he can't still do good work. Although I guess ideally you'd want to use both anyway, so yeah. And there we are. Yeah, that could have been really nasty if I hadn't just stacked on everything. Even if I got her module, that Neon was taking half her damage with plus 100% durability. That's absolutely insane. Be careful, walk on the snowy streets. One slip and you have no idea where you'll end up. Originium Ice Crystal. Periodically releases a frigid wave that'll inflict cold on the affected units. Cold, huh? I guess this'll be fine. Let's see here. Guess I'll have to go through just to see what happens. Let's find out then, shall we? I'm glad Zue has already been contributing to the team. I think I might keep them around.
Gotta be ready to pay the debts accrued by the weapons she forges.
Show me what you're made of. Amuse me, if you even can.
I should probably put her here, actually. Just out of range of the ice crystals. But not enough that, yeah, because I don't want them to accident. Those dogs are actually fast. They can run past her and into the blue box if I put her right in front of the blue box. Yeah, see? They can still move a tile or so before dying.
The performance will begin soon.
Perhaps I should have brought Aurora now that I think about it.
Audience can't contain themselves.
Ice Cleaver. Oh my, that's elites, oh my. Let's get the Lord Guards out here then to get these guys with then.
Stronger dynamics. As doleful as a clarinet. Faster tempo.
Probably shouldn't have brought Ifrit here, but a little late now.
Faster tempo. As startling as a tritone.
Okay, that was too close. Alright, note to self, I'll need to bring... I might actually have to put thorns or something on the top just to be safe, because I can't really afford these guys to be a problem.
Extraordinary melodies can only be played by the soul that quakes.
Stronger dynamics. As startling as a tritone. Stronger dynamics.
Let's just get this done with.
Very well. What are you planning? What are you planning? Art thou mine worthy enemy, or art thou not but a jester?
'Tis but a flash in the drift of time.
That didn't work out as well as I was hoping. I need to be more careful here then.
Faster tempo. As doleful as a clarinet.
Alright, so the samurai are all going down there, while up there is where a lot of freezing's gonna be. I could probably do something similar, but I might have to actually bring out thorns for this. But yeah, Zerny up here is good because the mages will attack him and he reflects damage.
A knife? You dare strike my shield with your spear? That's gonna end with you in pieces.
Shall I open?
Stronger dynamics?
Made up your mind. Art thou mine
Alright, there we are.
worthy enemy? Or art thou not but
Alrighty. Let's see here. Infuse original slug's ability. Okay, so the spiders can't be silenced anymore. That is, mildly inconvenient. Ifrit won't work, but Posy might.
The day shall come for every land dweller. The day they find a cold weapon in their arms. And I learned it the hard way.
Yeah, let's bring thorns. I hate to bring the nuclear option like him, but that top lane gets really packed and a lot of stuff gets frozen.
I've finished tuning. I may perform now.
show me what you're made of. Amuse me, if you even can.
Here we are.
The performance will begin soon, but it seems our audience can't contain themselves.
I'll put air up here.
To tremble
Should be fine.
in my music is your honor.
Flourish or perish?
Stronger dynamics?
When 'tis a
Could
choice
use
of
that
life and
already,
death,
but I don't have a
why
choice.
shouldst thou lay down thy arms?
Oh, thanks for the follow. Roku. Oh, the Rose Wolf. I stream just about anything on this channel, so feel free to stop by anytime something catches your eye. Okay, I'm done with... Now let's get Palsy here.
Good visibility. I made
As doleful as a clarinet.
Ah, darn it. Well, it was just a simple... Alright, I probably should have just had... Easy. Hey, it's Boz. Indeed. I wasn't going for her, but the free summons in the banner gave her to me, so I figure, you know, why not? She's famous for her damage for a reason. But I might want to consider something else here. Let's see. Actually, Mountain might not be a bad idea from my side, too. Alright, we'll do this here. I don't mind if I lose a bit of stamina. I've got a few potions specifically for this situation.
Prolonged casting makes my headaches flare up, and I even hallucinate if I'm unlucky. Let's make it a blitzkrieg, shall we?
Alright, I'm gonna have Thorns take out some of those first guys himself, simply because I need to get a skill charge sooner rather than later. Of course, we need the healer here. Eben won't hurt either.
The performance will begin
Or
soon.
get leader.
But
Alright,
it
let's
seems
go.
Our audience can't contain themselves.
Shouldn't Eben have his second module equipped? No, it's got his X. I guess I must have forgotten to swap it out. Whoops. Oh, I guess I did need both of those.
We
Oh
can
dear.
hardly call this ending good. Are you the one who just got a headache? Not me?
Now, Eben, switch your module. Where's your module? Switch it, please. Yeah, here we are.
I hate it when I'm ordered around without
Switch it to
rhyme or
there,
reason,
and...
but ordering others sits just as badly with me.
I could also bring someone else, maybe to help. Uinar's okay, but I'm not sure where he'd actually help in this particular case. Horn might not be a bad option, but that's skill 1, isn't it? I guess it's not awful, but let's see here. Let's see if I can swap over someone else. Let's see here. Sniper, someone who's good at, Oh, not Shelter. Shelter might help here, but that's not what I'm particularly after. I don't need another Posy, but... I don't seem to be lacking anything. We'll give it a try here. Because I'm extremely stubborn like that.
Prompt casting makes my headaches flare up, and I even hallucinate if I'm unlucky. Let's make it a blitzkrieg, shall we?
Here we are.
The performance will begin soon.
Alright, Mystic
but it
Caster
seems our
Y.
audience can't contain themselves.
Alright. Alright, here we are.
Flourish or perish?
Guess that's gonna be all for now.
Stronger dynamics. Stronger dynamics. As graceful as life here. Faster tempo.
Ah, damn it. Didn't build in time.
Please, don't be disheartened. Not every composition is smooth from start to finish. There'll always be a few rounds of polish before you land where you want to.
Alright. Well, I guess I'll give it a try with, Mountain's fine where he is, I think, but I will need to actually replace Horns with... Actually, yeah, I think, Air with Silver Ash, and that way Silver Ash can use his Silver Slash against those Errado early on, and Thorns will have his skill up by the time the next set comes, and I think that should be all I need. In theory, I shouldn't need anything else, in theory. But of course, theory is a treacherous thing, which it can, at any point, disintegrate. Or however that saying goes. Theory can turn against you at any point, is what I'm saying.
Blitz.
Acknowledged.
full of music on the battlefield, especially when you face a Lysanian.
Alright, Mountain can take care of himself thanks to his self-healing, so I'm gonna let him worry about that.
What are you planning? Art thou mine worthy enemy?
Hello, Pixel, welcome to the
Art thou
stream.
not but a jester?
Good visibility. I'm ready to fire.
Flourish or perish?
Can retreat her now, I think.
Stronger than as startling as a tritone.
There we are. I actually used Auk for his CC, that's hilarious. Alright, his ability's already active, so I don't need to worry about him anymore. But I will want to put Zerny up here. That way the mages will focus him down.
Your honor.
With pleasure. Bolt pierces deeper than nib on the battlefield.
Faster than as startling as a tritone.
Yeah, if you need a powerhouse, Eben delivers. Now I should probably get a healer over here too, because I forgot apparently. Need something we can use the points for? Yeah, I've tried to go through a handful of ideas, but... Oh crap, I lost Pawsey. I mean, it's not a huge deal, but it does suck.
When 'tis a choice of life and death, why shouldst thou lay down thy arms?
As doleful as a clarinet.
Alright, yeah, Thorns is able to handle that. Alright, as long as I can get at least one hit on these... Oh, Bagpipe's lasting even longer than expected. Get the healer out here.
Or perish?
Faster tempo.
There we are.
Shall I
That's it, so let's go here.
A knife? Until I gotta waste my precious time on the likes of you third-rate amateurs.
Alright, we should be able to take this guy out pretty easily.
Made up your mind?
Halsey, back him up, will ya? And there we are. Plays the year on the cold AoE. Yeah, plays the year on the cold AoE. Yeah, not ideal, probably, but it wasn't too bad as long as she isn't focused down. I've looked through a bunch of things to potentially spend points on, but I'm not sure. I've seen what other streamers occasionally do, like some have you smack around the VTuber avatar. I wouldn't be against that just for fun, but I also don't want to be one of those streamers where they all... half the clips are just them screaming at something, so... I definitely want something... I don't mind something that messes with my VTuber self, for example. But I definitely want to make sure it's something that fits with the theme of the stream here. Because while I do get angry and stuff, I do largely try and stay laid back and such, so... I don't want anything that would make it more excitable than it's supposed to be. Guess I can move back to Lu's Way here. I think this is the only one I've seen Alright, so cards on the table. I've actually seen this map before, but only this final one. Instead of Pawsey, let's bring Mint. I've been liking Phalanx Caster quite a bit lately, so I've been using a lot of Mint. And let's bring Air Scarp in here. I'm pretty sure I know exactly how I'm gonna handle this, but let's find out. Head pats. I wouldn't be against that, yeah. I do make some ridiculous strategies here. I mean, I did just bench Silver Ash and
I may perform now.
you did just see me bench Silver Ash and Thorns in favor of putting Air Scarp, so I'm clearly not entirely sane when it comes to my strategies. think I can do it this way. I might need a bagpipe here just to block a little. Thank you, bagpipe. That should be good. And now... these guys are the ones I'm worried about most. Ooh, Eben's range is actually being a pain here. Usually, a Mystic Caster range I haven't had any issues with, but times like this, it's very painful. Yeah, there's a few drones here, and spoiler, apparently a large portion of them are arts. This is where my max investment Zerny is about to come in, but I have to make sure I place him last.
Careful of music on the battlefield, especially when you face a Lysanian.
Extraordinary melodies can only be played by the soul that quakes.
Fast attempt as startling as
Alright, now you can see why I like Mint a lot. I have seen the, by the way, I have seen the Phalanx module that's coming up. It's okay. It's not amazing or anything, but at the same time, I guess her talent of boosting defense to allies is always helpful in the general sense, so it's okay, I don't mind it. Zoai here, but I can't put it here.
When 'tis a choice of life and death, why shouldst thou lay down thy arms?
Once again, loving the Phalanx casters. I think they might be one of my new favorites. +1 block, indeed. Oh yeah, Hoshi's module is pretty good. Oh, I got the wrong skill equipped. Oops. Here come the arts drones.
Stronger dynamics as doleful as a clarinet. Stronger dynamics.
Shall I
Zerny's turn.
or leave?
As you can see, they get reflected damage. Zerny's a bit like Penance, where he reflects damage that hits him, but only for arts. But that by itself is not a bad thing, to be sure. Yeah, I keep losing some. So Air Scarp isn't quite strong enough for this. Actually, I might be able to use Lu for this. Alright, maybe I should put Lu down there. Or I could stack it with Air. Largely, I just need someone to hit range stuff up there. Ak works really well with Mint, so I don't want to remove him. Evan's actually doing some really good damage, but I think I might need to swap him for Kyobi. Just because, as you saw, his range actually is being a bit of a pain here. I need to hit the ones directly adjacent. Kyobi looks good. Actually, I don't use her very much, so let's use Kiera. I'm pretty sure she should be fine.
I'll see you all safely through.
But I do need more things that can hit aerial targets, so... I don't want to place Ox, so... instead of Mountain, I guess I could still bring Silver Ash, or another one. Ooh. Surtur. No, if I had to hold the lower right-hand corner with just ground units, I'd be fine using S2 Surtur, but I need something that can hit ranged. Well, actually, I guess there is someone who's good for that. I could also use... yeah, I'll just stick to... I'll see if Zauhai works. If not, I'll stick to Lapland. Thorny? I did have to resort to Thorns on the last one. Yeah.
A smith's
Consider
gotta be
Thorns
ready to
my
pay the debts
nuclear
accrued by
option,
the
if you get what
weapons
I
she
mean.
forges.
Auf eure Plätze!
Mostly it's these these ballistas that are causing me problems, because it means I have to be extremely careful who I deploy and where. Like, I can't just deploy her Mint right now. I need to wait until I can deploy her and Perfumer. Alright, now I can do that. Kira, it's your turn to shine.
No need for mercy on the enemy, correct?
Zerny, it's your turn.
Extraordinary melodies can only be played by the soul that quakes.
I'm loving the Phalanx caster. I originally built Kira for a freeze team with Aurora and Gnosis now. Ebonol's on your places. Yeah, I really do like Ebon, but this is one of those maps where I actually do need the adjacent ones, so... So hey, you know what to do. Luckily, Mint's skill is coming back relatively quickly, so I don't have to worry too much.
Let's assist others, shall we? Dear me.
User
I
skill,
thought I
please.
didn't see you.
There we are. Mint, you are MVP. I love it. Gotta love it. I hate this stage. Hello, Jason Lash, and I can see why. It's very frustrating. The only reason I'm doing slightly okay is because I've seen it before, when some people posted some clears of their various Blank Knights themes.
Shall I close? Silence, sofort!
Activate on Zerny, if you please. Mint, you know what to do. That's okay. Ak did his job by maxing out Zerny's ability. Zohei, do this, and let's get Lapland out here to help out. Poor Lapland's gonna get obliterated by the ballista, but there's nothing I can do about that. I need this thing to die, and I need it to die yesterday. You know what I mean?
Dear me.
Take care of that, please, Kira. You can take care of that. I should probably be using more snipers, but where's the fun in that? Not when I have so many casters I can use. Deals physical damage the first operator hit. So, how is it hitting Kiara, then? Yeah, it's hitting her, isn't it? That's weird. And there we are.
Mission accomplished.
I got passenger, I mostly got 3 casters on my team. By the way, how is Mint? I'll try her. Mostly I use her for the purposes of positioning her in the middle of a crowd, an area like that where enemies, like as you saw, pretty much every enemy crosses between that little plus sign. So when she uses her skill 1, she hits damn near everything. You can technically do the same thing with Beeswax, but keep in mind Beeswax has an attack modifier while a plus attack modifier, while Mint has a base attack modifier. That's fine. I don't mind spending this. We're Mint, yeah. I'm seriously considering maxing her out just because I've been enjoying Phalanx so much. Just because the AoE here is really nice. But as you can see, yeah, she has a base attack modifier, which means if you have buffers like, say, Ak, for example, or Heidi, since I use her on occasion, Mint really benefits from that and does more damage than Beeswax would do. I'd say between the two, Beeswax is more of the stall option, while Mint is better for proper damage. Granted, most probably would prefer Swirling Vortex, since this allows you to pull enemies around. Maybe not into a hole, but to stall them for a bit, and that is good, but like I said, I've been using her for skill 1 primarily because if a map has a crossroads that enemies go between, or if there's an area they circle around, she can basically hit the entire map at once, and that really helps. And again, I'm using her with buffers, so her base attack modifier goes significantly farther than it might otherwise. Alright, so what's the challenge mode again? Turret damage increased. Lovely. Alright. Thanks, Kira, but we're gonna need someone a little tougher, it looks like. Actually, the casters aren't that tough in general. Although Kyobi should be more than strong enough to handle this. So we'll go with that. If I need stronger healing, I'll just swap, I'll use Shining instead of Perfumer.
I've finished tuning.
For some reason I was
I may
blanking on her
perform.
name, I don't know how.
May the war grant us the redemption we seek. Or will it?
At least the nice thing about Phalanx, another nice thing about Phalanx clasters, they don't care what direction they face. They hit the same AoE no matter what, so it really helps in near light. Here.
Extraordinary melodies can only be played by the soul that faints.
Here we are. Yeah, Mint is hitting basically everything. It's really nice. Zohei, time to put you here, and I'll put Lapland in a minute. Yeah, those things are these things are piercing. Because it's clearly going through Mint here and splashing into Kyobi. I can't wait for Kyobi's module. She gets a ridiculous amount with that baguette. She gets a second one later too, but in my opinion, it's not as good. Alright, Ock did what he needed, and now Mint can melt all these guys. Yeah, that's a powerful base attack modifier. Do not underestimate it. Sheesh. Very disappointed from a range and damage. Yeah. Admittedly, I don't really use Mint's S2 very much, just her S1. Carnelian would technically be better, but that would require... I need to actually have Carnelian for that to be a factor, so, my hands are a little tied there.
Shall I close? Silence, sofort!
Ah, we lost Kyobi.
'Tis but a flash in the drift of time.
Let's just get this done with.
I'm not sure Zohai has enough power to kill this guy. Yeah, it's no good. The good news is I'm at the home stretch, so I can beat this, but I do need to... Base another thing? Oh, I can show it directly. You know how it says 160% attack damage. There's no plus in front of it. That means it applies the base attack, so basically it just means she scales with buffs better. Meanwhile, I think I might actually have Beeswax here. Ah, here she is. For skill 1, you'll just say it says plus 10%. At max, it's just 60%, so she gains plus 60%, so she does still like buffs, but she doesn't benefit from them as much, while, Mint here has, yeah, so plus 10%, that means it's an attack modifier. 160%, no plus, that means it's base attack. So yeah, basically whether or not it has the plus is the big point to make note of here. So technically, Mint is better for damage, while Beeswax is better for stalling, long story short. But not everyone brings buffs, so if you don't bring, like, if I don't bring Ak, it's not a big deal as to which I use, and unfortunately, I am going to have to bring Thorny or Silver Ash. Silver Ash will also work. So Mint's better for beginners and no mages. Mint is good for beginners, period, because she's actually a welfare unit. You can pick her up from one of the, I'll have to show you afterwards. But since Mint's a welfare and she has her record restore, you can basically go and pick her up anytime you want. While Beeswax and Carnelian are gacha only, and that is not an insignificant difference, because basically this means Mint is here anytime you feel like picking her up, while the others you have to get lucky or wait for the shop rotation. So, yeah, there's definitely a bit of availability. Mint is pretty much here for you anytime you need her, while the others, they're the ones who decide when you arrive. Have her with a Pout 6 voucher. If you want to play around with the Phalanx, I'd say she's a good one. Like I said, I do use her skill 1 more than skill 2, simply because the simple hit everything, basically everything, which is always appreciated, but her S2 is also fun because it sucks enemies in. Next banner looks nice? Yeah, the standard banners are pretty nice. That said, I'm completely out of golden certs since I purchased Mountain, which I did because my luck is if it's a really good guard, they're not coming home. I can't pull them. I have to buy them from the shop when they come in, so I had to skip a lot of stuff to get it. Ifrit and Weedy, yep. Alright, so...
My sword's gonna cleave your bodies and values alike.
Alright, so now I know I'm gonna have to use Shining on the line here, because apparently the AoE healer is just straight up not enough. It's not gonna work.
It is but a flash in the drift of time.
Might as well bring her here to make it easier. Here we are. Thorny, it's up to you now. Your Thorns is pretty much a marksman sniper without actually being a marksman sniper, so I'm not worried. Or maybe I should have been. Oh dear. I can fix any patient as long as it's still breathing. Now I should be using practice plans, but the thing is, well, I guess I will. Alright, we'll see if Silver Ash can have the timing better then.
We all have our roles to play. Use my ability.
Won't pull on Neural, was waiting for Texas Alter. That's a legitimate good option. Personally, I'm skipping Texas and going for Stainless, because Stainless is another buffer. He has opens a lot of doors, but he's also a bit more tricky to use than most.
Show me what you're made of.
Since I'm running pure free-to-play, I'm trying to prioritize units that give me new stuff that I can't get anywhere else, as opposed to just stronger versions units I already have. But at the same time, rest assured I won't discourage anyone who wants to go after Texas Alter or went for Myanmar in the last banner. Those guys are absurd for a number of reasons. So yeah, by all means.
'Tis but a flash in the drift of time.
Here we are.
Acknowledged.
Yeah, okay, so I definitely need to have Mint help out with the damage here.
Extraordinary melodies can only be played by the soul that quakes.
Yeah, that thing's piercing poor Mint. Oh no, there's one here I missed the whole time. How could I miss that? I blame streamer blindness.
What are you planning? Thy pleas falleth upon deaf ears.
When 'tis a choice of life and death, why shouldst thou lay down thy arms?
I don't know how I was missing that one. I have no idea how I'll be the first one without it, but... Just because you want to protect Salter, because you might get Sculptor? Yeah, I can see why that'd be appealing.
Shall I close?
Made up your mind?
Shall I open? Shall I open? Shut up, or else!
Oh, you dare strike my shield with your spear? That's gonna end with you in pieces.
No. Yeah, I used Silver Ash's ability too early, it would seem. Is Silver Ash's skill like Mionar? Actually, Mionar's skill is significantly stronger. The main difference is Silver Ash can attack when his skill is not up, and also he's a lot better to Hella Drop. He also has True Sight if you need to see invisible enemies, but that's a bit more niche. Well, I suppose there is one solution to this that I know will work. I guess if Silver Ash's ability is not up enough times, I know a way to make sure it will be up enough.
Sand, dust, and blood. Most fail to imagine the sight of their admixture.
Muanar wishes for you to put these foolish ambitions to rest. I must say, the English voice acting has really gotten good for this game. Alright, wait until that fires and then deploy. There we are.
Flourish or perish.
Get those back. Put that here. Alright, we'll have Mionar up here.
Just like the old days? No.
I need someone to block here, so we'll
When
use
'tis
her.
a choice of life and death, Why shouldst thou lay down thy arms?
Extraordinary melodies can only be played by the
Alright.
soul that
Make sure they attack
creates.
Zerny. He's the one who wants to get hit.
I'm fully. This won't hurt your eyes.
Very well.
Alright, Silverash should have his own ability to take out that guy
What are you
here.
planning? Fool, for what reason hast thou come?
And if that doesn't work, Mionar will have his skill soon as well.
Shall I shut up or else?
A little painful, but we can handle it.
Let's begin. Grief ever echoes in our souls.
Tada. Dest.
Here we are.
A knife? Why do I gotta waste my precious time on the likes of you third-rate amateurs?
And there we are. Using Saga, which you like. Yeah, Saga is pretty good at damage, generates a decent amount of DP. I'm one of those people who prefers Pioneer Vanguards like Saga over Flag Bearers like Myrtle. Flag Bearers are usually better for raw DP generation, but I like them to also be able to, you know, fight. Might as well buy out everything. I'll buy out the rest in a bit for the moment. Yep, I'm taking him home. A nice thing about Saga is she also has a self-heal that activates on her own. It only works once per each time you deploy her, but it basically means she can last a decent amount of time without the need of a medic to help her out, which is always nice. Oh, I forgot to do my weekly. I'll do that after the event ends. For now, let's collect my items. Quests? Oh, that's all. Story time. Guess we'll go with the story now. I'm gonna get all this on stream, that way if I ever need to, I can come back to this stream and watch the story. Yeah, since Saga gives enemies the wounded status, just like Zohei can, she can feed others SP, which is quite nice. The only difference is Zohei has no way to kill anyone's bleeding out, while Saga can if you're using your S2. Yeah, I'm gonna do the main story now, especially since for some reason this event story does not go into the records afterward. Not sure if that's due to licensing or what, but we'll go through it. It's been raining the entire day, and though it stopped by evening, the air is still somewhat damp. Gloomy clouds gather, forming a pitiless wall through the sky. The glistening moonlight finds nowhere to spill down, and the light from the surface nowhere to shine up. Meow. I'm sick of this weather. Achoo. I just want to take a nap up here. This sucks. The roof's all wet. Yeah, that seems pretty cat-like. Sniff, sniff, sniff. Ooh, the box here's still dry inside. Of course, a cat with, like, a box climbs into it. Getting some sleep in this weather has its own charm, though. Big sale on fresh produce today. Don't miss our buy one get one free special. The lowest prices in downtown Lungmen, thanks to our loyal customers. Psst. Told you a billion times, stop wasting time after dinner and do your homework. You never see any other Pero take as slow as you do. Turns right. Grrr. With the forecast being humid in the coming days, remind all citizens to follow fire safety rules. High humidity can easily lead to electrical fires. Be careful around live currents and inspect household devices regularly. Oh, just shut up. You can't speak that fast and expect people to understand you. Guess because it features Zouhei's story partially. It's possible, but Rainbow Six has the Rainbow Six operators discuss their backstories a little, and it's still in the story, which is a bit weird. Hopefully they'll keep it, I guess. Hopefully they'll... But then again, the Rainbow Six one is also getting a rerun, or at least that's the rumor going around, so hopefully that's true. Give people another chance for those. Alright, so Zouhei lies back down in the box beneath an overcast night sky, all manner of sounds filtering through his ears, but never what he's hoping to hear. Zoubai, again, where are you now? Zouhei, up on the roof, it's dinner time, I'll catch a cold, it rained, come down. Roughly rubs his eyes. Alright, I'll be down in a moment. Yeah, I do hope the Rainbow Six rerun will allow a chance for, more crossover reruns in the future. But yeah, there's a reason the crossover characters are marked as super limited. I even picked up Rock's skin, even though I don't have her, because first of all, I intend to get her eventually, and also, I don't know if it'll ever rerun, so, better to have it, you know? I'll lay the table for you. How many are eating tonight? No need, waifu sent everything out already. Oh, there's anything else I can help with? Come here, you're all wet. You were on the roof again, weren't you? No wonder I couldn't find you anywhere. Bring Zouhei a clean towel. Here, punk catch. Yeah, don't thank me. Like I ever would. Alright, settle down, wipe off your hair, and let's have dinner. To my understanding, Hung and Matterhorn are the best chefs out of all the playable characters. Oh yeah, Tachanka's nickname is the Lord. That explains why he has that strangely medieval skin, despite being from... Actually, the Rainbow Six world is pretty fitting to the Arknights one thematically. I thought that was a pretty fitting crossover, or at least that's my personal opinion. After all, that game is also about operators performing military action. On Zouhei, I'm putting this giant rib in your bowl. Felines your age are in the middle of your growth spurt, so you can't skimp on nutrition. Why? Let me get through the door, I'll be right there. Well, fancy seeing you here, Zouhei. Haha, I could smell from the hallway. We got steamed ribs tonight, don't we? Yep, Hung went to the market early this morning and waited in line for them. Got a sharp nose, Uncle Lee. Unfortunately, so do I. Fess up, what's the bottle you're hiding behind you? Yeah, hand over and no one gets hurt. I was passing by Sion's wine shop after a job well done. Old Sion has pushed 4 tall of Hangyu onto me as thanks, and you know how stubborn he is. Had to take it. Let me be absolutely clear. I did not go and buy this myself. Well, I for one am thankful. Hold to Mr. Sion, I just used the last of my cooking wine today, so this is perfect. Zouhei, would you put that bottle in the cupboard under the kitchen counter for me? Got it, Hung. Hey, I see what you did there, Mr. Well-Behaved. I didn't even get to drink any, and yet you... And you, Fluffball, what are you playing along with him for? Haha, nice work, Zouhei. Okay, so what I'm getting from this is Mr. Lee just can't stop adopting children. Aren't you a lovely little rascal when you're all fed? Not bad, I like. Lively little rascal. Good kids take their meals seriously. Puts his head down. That reminds me, Zhao. Sit down. Did you find anything out, Mr. Lee? Concerning your inquiry, nothing's on the horizon as of yet. Oh, I see. Boss, why you bring this up at the dinner table? Look, Zoe, actually, I've got another thing I was hoping you could pitch in for. Are you willing to help a little detective here? Go ahead, Mr. Lee, I'm listening. Fishy Dragon Vest. Indeed. I am very mad I pulled on both of his banners that the global servers had so far, and nothing. And believe me, I went a couple hundred into each. Nada. The fishman is not coming home no matter what bait I put on the fishing line. I suppose, at worst case scenario, I'll just wait for him to show up in the shop in a couple of years. Although that still sucks. I mean, I had to go 2 years without, like, 2 years before getting the Thorns and Silver Ash. I did it, but that doesn't mean I liked it. So here's the deal. The Yuan's daughter lost a pet and found herself at a loss and eventually left the task to me. After a bit of nosing around, I got reports of sightings at the eatery streets north of Nanping Bay. But I'm all tied up with work lately, I can't get around to it, so I'm wondering if you could take a look for me, would you mind? Oh, no problem, leave it to me. I just want casters. I'm definitely a fan of the casters in this game, that's why I keep using ones like Eben and Mint, even though most would probably just grab... Like, if they had my group, they'd probably grab Aya and call it a day for any caster needs. Arts damage dealer? Well, I will say I am fond of Arts defenders, that's why my Cizerni's maxed out there. Funny though, I thought I'd like Shalom a lot more, but no, it was Cerny who ended up being the fun one. No idea how that worked out. Ami and Gitano. Those are legitimately good ones. In fact, Ami is one of the reasons I decided to go with rabbitknights as my, team-themed knights of choice. Gitano's pretty good, but I swear by Leonhardt because, again, bunnies. Good, here's a photo of the pet. Don't lose it. But what kind of animal's this? I've never seen it before. Never? That's strange. That's a cloud beast. Rich or poor, everyone here loves keeping around the house. Can I take a look, Zoe? All black storm cloud. You don't see coats that color every day. Storm? Because it's dark. Like a storm cloud. That's why you distinguish them. There are a lot of cloud beast owners, so we end up telling them apart by color. White ones are the snow ones, red ones are the sunset. There's some multicolored ones too, each with their own special names. Oh, I see, I think I understand. So you said you've never seen one before. Did nobody keep any back where you're from? No, the ones I've seen are... It's not coming to me right now. Too many casters I didn't even build at all. Honestly, even if I didn't like using Eben as much as I did, I'd probably have pulled for him just for that E2 artwork. Leave it to Eben to bring that artwork power creep. That's some of the most beautiful E2 artwork in the game, in my opinion. Mr. Li Hung, I'm done eating. I'll be going to bed now. Hey, what's hurry to run away? Remember, early day tomorrow. I'll take you to Nanping Bay. Got it. What's with that face, Hung? Boss, what are you thinking, asking our guests to do our jobs for us? More hands make lighter work. Boss, enough. Are you trying to make me feel ashamed? Let me ask you, the boy was up on the roof again, wasn't he? He was. How'd you know? Got a little of that damp smell from him as I came in. It's not like it's been raining indoors. Yeah, I guess a fish would make note of something, would be able to make note of something like that. We may not have known each other long, but I can tell. He always escapes to the roof to get away from people whenever something's weighing on him. On one hand, I imagine he misses his friends too much. Can't get over it. On the other, he's cooped up in your place all day with nothing to do. He's too restless to just sit there. But he's still a kid. But don't leave him out of all line of work. He's a kid, and yet he isn't. Hung, have you ever fought him? What, are you saying he knows Kung Fu? Exactly, and he's good enough to go toe-to-toe with any adult. He was so nerve-wracked when I first found him, he threw some moves out at me. Bold, feisty ones. That's not exactly common. What kind of place would raise children like that? Good question. I'd like to find out too. Alright, gotta go. Alright, thanks for stopping by. Hope you had a good time. Greetings all tourists. Please remain behind the 1-meter line. Form an orderly queue as you come through and avoid blocking traffic. Current time is 2:45 in the morning. Lungman welcomes your arrival. Oh hey, it is Rock Rock. This is Longman then. They've all got these lights in the dead of night. It's a... Oh, thanks for the follow, Jason. I stream just about anything, so feel free to stop by anytime something catches your eye or interests you. They got on all these lights the dead of night. A marvel, Scamp. All the way how it has been worth it. Is this your first time here to Rock? Yep, the style of this place feels nothing like home. You think something special about it? It's really youthful here, I think very lively. Feels unreal, seeing so many bustling about through the gates, almost like that disaster a few years back never even left a mark. I think the city's simply able to heal itself, just like the people. And if the animated series is to be any indication, as long as Jay is working his odd jobs all throughout Lungmen, it'll always be good. And yeah, I was about... Good timing bringing that up, Pixel. Basically, the impression I'm getting is Lungmen can go through any disaster as long as Jay is doing his odd jobs throughout the city. However, the moment Jay decides to take a vacation, everything is going to hell. Like, all of it. Or at least that's the impression I got, but yeah. The Detective Agency is pretty good. I hope they get another season. I'm actually kind of surprised. I mean, it does mention that it's about Arknights in the end credits, but they didn't show it up at the opening and stuff. Funny that. But oh well. Yeah, the Leeds Detective Agency are a fun crew, and I'm sad that I am missing one. Though at least with Zohei, I technically have another member now, and that's always good, right? Oh, my question... True, it was hard hit, but in a city such as this, you only need to blink and there's new blood. Only question is, even with no scars on the surface, what are the wounds within? I think it'll be fine. People have short memories. Don't listen to anyone who tells you that. Memories don't just disappear because you say they do. What happens as time passes and people don't want to bring them up anymore? I'd say it kind of depends, honestly. There's a reason people joke that when you get in an argument online, the people involved won't even remember it in like 10 minutes. Sometimes it's good to know what stuff is worth committing to memory and what isn't, but at the same time, I guess it can be hard to say. That's why when some people get burned on a particular or a gacha, whether it's FGO, Arknights, Fire Emblem Heroes, whatever, they'll usually remember it as the one that burned them, and they'll especially get mad if it's still going on. Like, if let me just say right now, if a gacha or a game in general is just not good for your general situation, like you feel upset just playing it, you should quit. Don't feel obligated just because it has a login bonus. But at the same time, some will just hold the grudge and mostly just be mad that it's still alive in spite of them being there. So you don't want to be that obsessed, or that's going to hurt you more than it does the game, basically. Games will live and die eventually. What matters is what you got out of it, or at least that's my take on it. I know, grown-ups all have things they don't want to talk about. They shut them up all inside and slowly digest. You've got a little too much wisdom in you, I think. Rock, wait for us. Again, this place is so magical. I've never seen a city that can move before. You're right. I never thought I'd see the day a city could migrate like an animal. So, bye, again. Where have you been? We're almost the front of the line. Do you see all the papers I got for you? I guess these must be from the show. Sorry to keep you hanging for so long. So, bye. I need to go to the bathroom, and it took forever to find the right place. Ew. The place is too crowded. Just now I even ran into... Let's save for later. Quick, let's get in line. What did you run into? It couldn't be something dangerous, could it? No, not at all. No need to worry, you two. Again, I know you're a kid who never gets flustered, and your origin arts are strong enough to protect you and Zobai. Yes, we don't need to worry for you. But if you're not willing to tell us about the danger, that'll only make us more worried. But we already really appreciate your paying for our trip, Rock. Let alone the fact we were lucky enough for you to rescue us in the first place. I couldn't have gotten us the ferocious tune pincers no matter what. Tune pincers? Ain't messing it up again. They're gloom pincers. Silly me. And we've already getting you so much trouble on the way. We're really sorry if we made you worry. Well, then do you have anywhere to live once you're in Lungmen? Not yet. I guess you'd have a hell of a time looking. Come stay at Rhodes Island branch office for the first while, then. I guess we'll have to take you up on that offer, so anything we can help with, no matter what, say the word. Oh, come on, honestly, we've been along the entire way together. You can afford to be a little less polite with us than that. That's right, Mr. Ogden. We're not even on the very demanding mission this time. We're also in charge of escorting the local patients to the landship for treatment. Bet you're wondering, seeing as how Suzerain's so young, but she joined up before I did. As old hands go, she gets work done. Rhodes Island's an incredible place, heading anywhere and everywhere, rescuing sick and dying. Yeah, I'm scared of getting shots at the hospital, but even I know how hard the doctors and nurses there are working. I stopped with a cake of Genshin, but that was a bad decision. Genshin soaks up too much time and gives 2 less rewards for it. Yeah, in the general sense, the reason I avoided getting into Genshin is because it felt like one of those games where if it was one of those single-player things, I'd probably play it, love it, and move on, but I don't know. If it wasn't, I guess what I'm saying is if it wasn't another gacha, I probably would have given it another chance. The same thing with the recent released Limbus company. I've heard it's actually quite good, but again, I can't really add another gacha. I effectively only have 2 main ones right now, and even then, FGO. I still am farming in FGO. It's just that actually, I guess come to think of it, they did announce Lost Belt 6 is coming out to the NA server, and I'll be streaming that when it does. So I guess I won't be rotating out anytime soon. But I've definitely gone through quite a few that ended over the years. Some outright died, like Magia Record, and others I just kind of fell out of favor with. Nothing specifically made me go never playing that again, just, lack of interest, I guess. But I guess what matters is something keeps me going. Oh, that's the only thing we do here. There's looks like it's our turn. Well, you'll find out soon enough when we get to the branch office. Yep, so bye, again, let's go. Guards. Where did all these LGD people well up from? Oh boy. Genshin's also a game, but at some point it feels like work. Oh yeah, that's a mentality I have to remember for MMOs. Like, some people throughout the years have joked that an MMO is a second job you have to pay for, and I basically have a rule where if it ever stops feeling like fun and more work or obligation, I stop. That's how I try and avoid falling into the pit of getting stuck in a game that's not fun anymore. And sometimes I do have to love it regularly, so it's definitely one of those easier said than done, but it's something I try to keep in mind as often as I can. Oh right, the skip sometimes. Oh, I didn't see on the way in, someone used arts to free some border-hopping fugitive into a railing. What? You're joking? Yeah, no, well, on your up the gate, going. Oh, very well, how are they doing? Oh yeah, skip sometimes gives you a bit more information. Zohei is unlucky enough to be separated from his friends after landing in Lungmen, staying at home for the times being. He takes an assignment, search for lost pet. Oh, I thought that was it for this section, huh? Alright, let me grab a sip of my drink before I continue. This is drawing my throat a little. There we are. Oh, so this is where Rock's company works again. That man has stones growing out of his stomach. Oh, I bet that hurts. The impression I'm getting is that the crew of the show was isekai'd into the Arknights world, which, should be interesting. Like I mentioned, I'm not familiar with the Legend of Zhao TV show. All I know is that it's apparently a children's show that, of some sort. So I'm not sure how well these fit. Oh, don't stare at people's illnesses. It's impolite. Ah, sorry, mister. Didn't mean to. It's alright, kid. We got plenty of funny looks. We know you don't mean me bad. Excuse me, do you know where we can find Operator Rock? Sure. Inside Zhao ward. Keep going straight ahead, turn left, you'll be right there. Thank you, mister. Bye, hope you get better soon. Better. Thank you, kid. I appreciate the kindness. Something wrong? The man's really forcing his laugh. Now let's go find Rock and Suzerain. Oh yeah, they don't realize the, rock disease is currently incurable. Although granted, even if we did discover a cure within the timeline of the game, an issue that with medicine is not just that it exists, but also the ability to distribute it. Yes, I'm not going to land ship. I'm still super fine. Let me stay here, please. Listen now, Zuyan. The office doesn't have the resources to cope with the current state of your illness anymore. We simply cannot get a good hold of your condition once we can only get a good hold of your condition once we transfer you to the land ship. There are a lot of patients your age on the land ship, Miss Zhaoyun. You'll get to meet lots of new friends if you go. I'll wait until my 67's back. I want to go with him. 67? 67 ran off. I can't leave on my own. I'll wait for him. Ping, have we ever had any patients go missing here? No, 67 is our pet. He went missing last year. She's been obsessing over ever since the whole time. Please don't tell me this is one of those situations where the pet died and the parents said they just ran away. That's just gonna make everything so much more depressing than it already is. Stay here, miss, please. Just more time and I can find him. Oh, Zion, don't cry now. Wipe your tears away. We sent people out looking, but Lungman's a big place, and it was never going to be easy finding a single pet. We're already short on staff as it is. We couldn't keep it up for long. Well, what do we do? We're not going to drag her back with us. Dylan, I don't want to leave. Don't take me away. How about we help search too? But we don't have that many hands to spare as it is. And there are other patients set up for landship treatment that we need to transfer. Besides, we have to head back next week on the dot, or we'll be holding up a lot of people back from getting help. What do we do? We don't have any other options. Again, can we go help search? Not sure about that. We don't know this place at all. Oh, do we want to? I just think that Miss Rock's helped us out. I want to help her too. Yeah, it's about time we return the favor. Let's see what we can wrangle then. Rock, would you be okay with letting me and Zalbai help with the search? You lot. Please let us give it a shot. Again's amazing. It'll be okay. Nugget. Rock, air. There's a small malfunction with the imaging equipment in the consulting room. Could you take a look at it? Hold on, I'll be right there. Alright then, but if you run into any trouble, notify me right away. It's a shame I didn't get Rock when I pulled on Horn's banner. Or Horn, for that matter. Despite being 5 stars, Rock actually deals pretty ridiculous damage. She basically has 6-star levels of damage. At the cost that she stuns herself afterward, but hey, if the target's dead, doesn't matter now, does it? Okay, we'll be sure to. Hello, Zoyan. I'm again. This is my cousin, Zalbai. Zoyan, just calm down. Listen to me, okay? Don't feel too down. We'll help you out. I'm sorry. I'm just busy being selfish. Everyone's been looking for so long, even though they're so busy. I shouldn't be asking you to. No, it's okay. None of us would want to part with our friends. Yeah, we'll help you as much as we can. Really? Here's a photo. He's cute and friendly. He's got to be hiding somewhere. Alright, we'll take good care of this photo and do everything we can to find him for you. But I want to be clear. There's a chance it might not turn out as you're hoping. That's right. Parting is one of the things in life you can't avoid. No matter what, you have to chin up and be brave, and you can never let it hurt you, okay? Just one last try. If I can't find him, I'll stop. I'll listen. I'll go land ship. That's that. Zalbai and I will head out tomorrow to look around. Appreciate it. Get some rest for today. I'm popping out for now. I'm giving Rock a much thicker British accent, or at least I'm trying to, more than she was more than last chapter. Hey, just settle down. Stop struggling. Oh. Mr. Lee, it's me, Zohei. I caught the storm cloud beast. I'll be heading back to the agency in a moment. Huh? She already found her pet? Oh, I guess I'm coming back now. That's weird. Where'd you come from then? You look just like the picture. The storm cloud beast fidgets uncontrollably as it's lifted by the scruff of its neck, lashing out and trying to escape Zohei's grasp, at the same time bearing its own bony ribs at him. Sure, I haven't eaten properly in forever. I'll take you back for now and get you a proper meal. It's trying to collide him with hooves? Well, I guess when you're trying to defend yourself, that's all you can do. The street's busy. Are we starting the search here? Yeah, we should find plenty of stray critters with the eateries. Food's abundant. It's easy to find meals. Can animals eat human food? It's not good for them, but it's not like they know that. All they care about is not starving. Zohei isn't starving out here. He wouldn't. He can take care of himself. Don't let your imagination run wild. I bet you're hungry too, being out this early. Look, Rock slipped us a good handful of the local money after we passed border inspections. Let's go find something to eat for now. Oh, okay. 2 cups of soya milk to go, please. Thanks. Here, careful. Hey, there's a lot of stray animals around here, right? Yep, all up and down the street every day. Absolutely filthy. They're nightmares. Have you seen a black-colored cloud beast recently? Don't remember. Not something you pay attention to when you're busy all day. Exactly. What germs and... You know, who knows what germs and parasites I might be carrying. We already got being kind enough not killing the things. Touching on get. What's wrong with you? Saying that child. It's fine. So, let's go somewhere else. Limited time discount on freshly squeezed juice. 20% off. You know you want it. Excuse me, have you seen this black-colored cloud beast recently? Nope. Kid, if you're not buying, quit standing. It's my business. Sorry, how much the juice? 28 LMD for a whole pitcher. That's kind of expensive. So that's expensive, and I just spend like 200k getting Zohei up. Although granted, that's basically nothing. Getting Eben up to module level and getting his module was about 1 million LMD in total. Plus you saw that I maxed out both of his modules, so I clearly spent more than I probably should have on him, that's for sure. Oh well, not like I regret it. Forget it. Again, let's go to the next person. Steamed buns, instant steamed buns, and every filling you can think of right here. Hello, have you seen a storm cloud beast? Haven't seen one, little miss. Best ask somewhere else. Sorry to bother you. Cheer up, Zalbai. Let's keep asking around. Well, at least the person was actually polite, just saying sorry. Yeah, nope, sorry. There's a rescue shelter near the slums, though. The one running it picks up local strays. Maybe we try looking there. Oh, really? Oh, that's great. Now that I mentioned, though, I haven't seen him in a while. Weird. Want for a bun? We'll take 2 with fresh meat, please. That's 7 LMD. Thanks for your business. Not too expensive, apparently. Granted, I imagine your account LMD is more supposed to represent Rhodes Island resources as a whole rather than just your personal wallet. Hey, how come you're only eating outside your bun? Leaving any in case there are hungry animals in the street? I see. Let me go back and buy another one then. Finish that one you're holding, right? Well, I guess since the regular people are various types of animals we'd see, it makes sense that the actual pets are a completely different set of breed of creatures. It's okay again. We shouldn't spend too much. We'll need to keep looking for 67. Alright. The more we save, the more food we can buy Zoe when we find him. He might be hungry right now. Oh, they're on opposite ends of the bazaar, aren't they? Achoo! Weird, I don't know where that sneeze came from. Crashing about. Alright, let's go. I had to skip breakfast this morning just to catch you, you know. Oh, that's kind of sad. Maybe you got luckier than us, off eating good food as we speak. Almost noon. I bet Hung's got lunch ready. That'd be wonderful. Going to find you soon. Wonder where Zalbai and Gen are right now. Sure he's looking for us too. See each other again. Hope it's before long. Okay, enough worrying. We'll meet again, no doubt about it. Sad part is that's actually pretty common to happen in this city. It's just way too easy to miss people in the crowds. The warm cloud beast, peeping to and fro, searching all over. Yeah, what are you looking for? Oh, don't be scared. I'm the one who brought you back. This is just another form of mine. If you're looking for a way out, there's a fire escape you can climb down the other side. An easy swing tail. Kind of weird though. I'm from a different world and I still more or less understand you. But why leave? What's wrong with staying here? Mr. Lee might call you a headache, but you can tell he's still willing to take you in. Um, there's not enough to eat out there, and you'll have people chasing your hide. What is it that makes you want to go back so much? Oh, you're looking for someone too. Come here, I'm not gonna hurt you. Lies down. I'll help you, we'll find them together. Listen, ever since I got here, I haven't dared tell anyone I'm not actually from this world. I had a wonderful wonderful friends back where I came from. Months ago, I was chasing 2 strange beasts in the forest. I guess they call them Originium slugs here. Who knows how they showed up there. Again, said we should split up and pursue them. I spent ages chasing the slug by myself. When I glanced back, I didn't even see the way I came. Then I stepped into thin air and kept falling through the white light. Then when I opened my eyes, I was here. Yeah, this is pretty much an isekai plot. I don't even know if Zalbai and Agen end up here too. I want to see them, but I don't want to find this world. Well, it's too dangerous here. Maybe me and Agen can protect ourselves, but Zalbai, and there's a disease spreading around too. That makes you grow scary rocks on you. I hope they have somewhere safe to stay. Lifts a foot out of place on his back. Are you trying to comfort me? Inside the wall. Frost-like moonlight shines down the Polona table in the middle of the hall. Sitting at it, our husband and wife. Wife rubs her hands as though she has something to say. while her husband props his head up, hands attempting to catch a nap. Strange supernatural incident occurs. Unusual noise of the walls. Zoe arrives. Only for a small. She swallows saliva and begins to speak hesitantly. Dear, I heard a strange sound in the kitchen today. It sounded like da da da. It's so frightening. So, is it worth making a fuss over? All houses creak to no end when they get on in years. We just moved in. You'll get used to it. No, I don't mean creaking. It sounds like there's something inside the wall. Oh, great. Now you're making me paranoid. I'm a woman. Stop wasting time with listening to the walls. Do housework once. I go out, work my butt off to make a living. All I want is to come home with a nice hot meal. But instead, I get nothing. Something tells me there's a lot more going on here than just the sound on the walls. I couldn't. I felt a chill down my spine when I stepped in the kitchen. It's like something was looking at me. Enough quibbling. You just want to slack off, don't you? Maybe a good beating will teach you out. Well, that took a turn, didn't it? I'm sorry, I still haven't healed up from seriously, what the fuck? Get your big butt back in the kitchen and give me a warm bottle of booze, and fry up some peanuts while you're at it. Oh, please, I'm too scared. Sounds like you're been had enough. Please forgive me, have mercy. Let's see how you feel after a sense of noise. Da da da. Not lying, that's a noise. Maybe we should find the hole made for this guy and shove him in it. Then he can have a dur sound. Yes, that is a reference to the what is it called? Of Amiga Fault? The Enigma of Amigara Fault. Yeah, that's what I was trying to reference, but I completely botched it because I'm a complete ignoramus. Da da da. Fine, I'll go see. If I don't find anything, you better be ready for a weapon. I'm hoping there isn't, because it sounds like this guy could use a good ass kicking. Dark rain clouds shroud the moon out the window. The storm is brewing. Dear, you see anything? Wife waits for a long time, hears nothing. Only a barely audible noise can be heard from the kitchen. She holds her breath, then stands up to listen more clearly. All she can hear is the sound. Da da da. Her expression changes immediately, and her pupils dilate. Cold sweat drips on her forehead just as she's about to run to her neighbor. Her husband speaks. Dear, are you okay? It is all okay now. Oh boy, he's been possessed, hasn't he? He picks up a candle and inches toward the kitchen before nudging open the door. Inside, pitch black, barely anything is visible. She holds up the candle to find her husband leaning against the wall. She breathes a sigh of relief. Did you find anything? Come here, it's all okay now. Dear, you already said that. Why are you saying it again? Come here, it's all okay now. The dim yellow candlelight flickers in front of his face. She suddenly notices he's been completely expressionless since she entered the room, repeating the same phrase again and again. Come here, it's all okay now. A bolt of lightning strikes outside the window, barely lighting up the entire room. That's when she realized her husband isn't leaning against the wall. Rather, his body's fused to the wall, and only his pale face is visible. Oh. Maybe I wasn't too far off by referencing that. Same time, a familiar noise heard once more. Da da da. At last, she cannot contain herself anymore and starts screaming. Maybe if she's lucky, high-pitched sounds ruin it. Ah, stop it. Ah, Croissant, stop. I don't want to listen anymore. I ain't done yet. Want to know what happens live, don't you? No, 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 I don't want to know. How about you, kiddo? Want to hear the rest? Come on, I'm listening. Look at you trying to stay calm. Stop pretending to know a scaredy cat when I see one. Oh, but it wasn't really that scary. Drop the tough act. If you're really scared, though, I give Bill a hug, calm you down. Thanks, but I think she needs it more than me. Goes around. Ah, that was so scary. I just told such a scary story used to meanie. Yeah, sorry, just trying to give a little kid a spook. Shouldn't expect it to hit a full-grown girl in the crossfire. Are you saying I'm more of a scaredy pants than a kid? Nah, that ain't. Ah, my bad. Stop crying, alright? Hey, kiddo, you really weren't scared, for real? Not a bit. Damn, ice cold. Don't care how it ends in. Wife beater God's punishment is good enough for me. Yeah, I can't really blame him for feeling that way. Can't really say I feel too different. But then again, that's kind of how horror goes. They usually establish one character as a massive asshole so that when they get their comeuppance, it feels a lot. Well, first of all, I believe it serves... Well, I don't know if this is exactly the case, but I assume it's to serve two purposes. One, have a catharsis when they finally get their comeuppance, and two, establish that the threat is in fact real. People can and will die. So they both get rid of the asshole and also establish that, yeah, the heroes actually are in danger. That's my thoughts on it anyway. Beats me if that's actually the case. I'm not that big on horror. Perhaps I should give it more of a try. I'll think about it, I guess. At the end of the day, what I play is basically whatever I'm in the mood for. You know, if she's gonna stay happy without that asshole, then I guess I ain't scared of spirits biting off your toes either. Rawr. Oh, but I'm a spirit too. Actually, the sort of thing happen all the time. What? Don't tell me it's true. Gee, thanks, Croissant. Now I'll never get a good night's sleep ever again. Hell no, I pulled that straight out of my... Wait, are you a rest, Sora? Snap out of it. Hey. What do I tell them? Where I'm from, this kind of thing actually can be blamed on people with spatial powers. I feel like just about everyone in the Hall of Spirits is already used to it, though. Oh, it's one of my favorite characters. I asked you two to fetch me Lee's boy. So how come it's been half a day and y'all chilling out here? What, are you two who really so lost without my guidance? Sorry, boss. Half an hour, we ain't seen any of Mr. Lee's folks, only this old boy. So we've been having ourselves a boring 30 minutes. Most boring 30 minutes. Most terrifying 30 minutes. Excuse me, are you Mr. Emperor? The one and only. Mr. Lee sent me to take care of the strange sounds in your shop. My name is Zhao Hei. Ah, surprise, boss. Hope these past 30 minutes have been real boring, because this is going to be the least boring-ass weekend you'll ever have. Really understating overtime there, boss. Why didn't you say so sooner, kiddo? Never gave me the chance before you jumped in that ghost story. Yeah, leave it to the Penguin Logistics crew to get a little distracted. Even Texas, the obligatory scariest member of the crew, falls into that sometimes. I love him. Well, how's old Lee filled you in on the details? Only the gist of it. Huzzah, bring up the boy. Speed, phase, bring the boy up and speed with what you saw. Starting about 3 months ago, I heard some real tapping sounds like da-da-da on and off in the kitchen storeroom. Especially noticeable at night when it's all quiet. Also had some smaller food items go missing from both places, so I'm guessing there's some kind of small animal inside. And most importantly, that damn pest gone chewed up all my limited edition of vinyl. Ain't nobody walking out of my bar alive after hurting my babies. So this is where you got the story, Croissant? Ah, I've been hearing from the boss how to draw inspiration for everything. In that case, why not just call a professional exterminator, then? I did, but those morons at the balls tell me they'd have to tear down the whole damn wall to find whatever it is. There ain't no place in Lungman with more character than this bar here. Only a Philistine would even think of laying a finger on it. The entire place is decked out in gold. Old Laojian's hideout was prettier. You said you'd have a better idea. Now don't you disappoint me, or I'll have hell to pay. I wouldn't have come if I hadn't promised Mr. Lee. I gave Mr. Lee my word, but I'll get the job done. Alright, show me what you got, kid. This is Flipper out to pat his head. Hey, don't touch my ears, thank you very much. Well, that's something. Kid's brave enough to lock horns with the boss. Don't remember him for this. Oh, I'm so worried. What a funny kid. Might be fun to keep him teased. I gotta come up with an excuse to nab him from Lee. This is gonna get worse before it gets better. Penguin, indeed. No one's following. Perfect. Where are the air ducts? Here? Hey, Zhu, I'm counting on you. Time's up. There you are. You burrowed yourself pretty deep inside. You don't want to come out on your own? Guess I'll have to come get you then, huh? In the blink of an eye, the metal ring hidden up his sleeve slides out on its own, makes a few loops in the air before transforming to a number of balls different sizes. Zohei points the air duct, and the steel balls rush in one after another. The sharp sound of their bouncing He chases the unknown creature inside a vent to the other end. On hearing the rattling da-da-da sound, on watching the one episode. Few episodes and they feel like, cheese, sweet home. Chirp, chirp. It's okay, now come here. I'm trying to scare ya. Cautiously climbs onto his palm. With a lot better animation. Which episode's, Pixel? Sorry, I'm trying to manage, chat and the main story here. Even tinier than Boo. Chirp. Need to find somewhere else to live. The people here don't want you here. Chirp. If you stay, you'll be in danger. That weird penguin said he'd shoot up his things and he's gonna show you what for. Chirp. Oh, don't worry, I won't hand you over to him. Off you go now, I'm gonna let you go. Alright, this is the bar's back door. Get going. Chirp, chirp. No, you thank me. See ya. Alright. What are you doing back here? Is that something in your mouth? Wine. Spit it out. Open wide. Stop biting. It's gonna die. Is it hurt from one bite? Don't you run. Get back here. Careful. Thump. Falls to the ground. Ah, crap. The shelf that the storm beast slammed into starts to tumble over. No time to worry about the wares. He dashes forward to grab the two animals before it falls on them. By the time he regains footing, the shelf has collapsed with a loud crash. What the heck's going on here? Ah, it's a crate of booze the boss bought the other day. Come on, explain what's going on here, boy. I found the crate on the wall. As for the shelf, there's the storm on the right. This guy knocked it over. Oh, you're finally awake. Oh, you're finally awake. Oh crap, they got isekai'd into Skyrim. You're getting me in big trouble. What'd you follow me for? Told you I'll help you out, but I'm busy today. Whatever, blaming you's not gonna help right now. Hey kiddo, we're talking to Cloud Beast. I reckon boss is only about 60% mad. You might still get back in one piece. Hey, stop scaring him. I'll find a way to pay for the things that got damaged. It's a fine vintage rum brewed from Bolivar's sweet sugarcane that year. But my spiritual needs come first. I'll deal with your punk ass later. First, I'm gonna take a good look at that vermin and shoot up my vinyls. What'd you guys do with it? Bring me the cage. Coming up, boss. Chirp. Ah, so it was a moose beast. It's so cute. What's a moose beast? The critters that live in Sargonian wilderness. Traveling merchants sometimes bring them to nomadic cities to sell as pets on account of how cute they are. Oh, but if it's a pet, what's it doing in an air duct? Well, they're nocturnal. They're also pretty skittish, and they don't warm up to folks easily, so some like to throw them out because they don't like how rowdy little fellas get at night, or maybe they're just plain sick of taking care of them. Storm animal clue. Ah, I see. Oh, I didn't know that show was available. Is on... I'm gonna have to look on to see if there's a place I can watch it. Yeah, the little horned critter is a storm cloud beast. I guess since the player characters are cats and dogs, it makes sense that the actual pets would be a different species entirely. Air ducts are hidden and cool, just like caves are supposed to live in, so you can sometimes find them making a home and starting a litter. Shouldn't the owners be punished for being responsible? Ha, Lemon got no laws like that. Even if we did enforce them's a whole other story. You're too kind, Sorry. Can't even imagine how much damage these can do to the city's infrastructure. Their teeth grow so fast they have to wear them down each day, so they chew on anything. You know the blackout in District 13 happened because a pack of them chewed up the power line. As I remember it, the city wasted a whole lot of money last year trying to exterminate them. But they came here against our will. And we spent tax money against our will, too. What are you gonna do? Can't, like, catch them, release them back in the wild? And throw over the good money out after bad? Besides, are there even any good habitats near Lungman's route? Might even cause more trouble damage to the environment. They're pets. There's gotta be demand for adopting them. How would we put them notices? Look for new owner. That might have worked a few years back. These days you hear nothing but bad news. I hear they're about to even put out new regulations against keeping them. Who'd come looking for trouble? Here's a smart. Let's hear your idea. Just barrel and drown. That's how they used to deal with pests back home. That's horrible! Is he right to do that? I meant playing kids. You feel bad for them because they're cute. You wouldn't even be complaining if they were ugly. Well, that's not true. You're glaring at me for it. Found our store so we could decide what to do with it. It's not like it wanted to be here, as you brought it here and abandoned them. How is that its fault? What's your point? Survival of the fittest. We humans are top of the food chain. Of course we decide what to do with them. I've heard enough. I can tell the same status. Alright, you butchers giving me tinnitus. Alright, shut up all of you. I've made my decision. Cocks his gun and points it straight at it. Faced with instant and bloody demise, everyone's breathing quickens, but just before he's able to pull it small and grabs it. Hey, you can't just kill it! Think your pump ass can stop me? Maybe you got skills, but have you thought about the consequences? You're as Lee's errand boy. You don't want a street cred to go down the drain because of you, do you? It's just, is this really the only way? They're forced to leave their homes, roam the streets. Nobody wants that. Can't we come up with something else? No one lets them stay anywhere. It's gotta be painful. All they want's a place to live. You done? Boss, I could take... Shush. I can bring it back. Kill it. What else so tense for? I'm lighting the cigar. That's a lighter? What else would it be? Edge jam. Oh, it was mad steep. Why'd I waste any... Edge jam was mad steep. Oh, it's really expensive. Why'd I waste any here? Really mean all that, though? Not bad, though. Touching, even. Looks like you're cuter when you show your feelings. So what's fun? What's so fun about wearing a poker face all day? Boss, about it? Keep it. I'll just adopt it. You were never gonna kill it? Nonsense. You think you got it? You know? You think you got what it takes to know the mind of a king? Who the hell would even know what you think? Yeah, I'm pretty sure no one can accurately know Emperor except Emperor. Oh, but the government's about to... Do I look like I'm scared? Biznatch way! Fine, you're the boss. Hey kid, stop standing around, grab the cage and come with me. Where, for what? Oh, just shut and follow. Unfortunately, what was brought up, what Croissant and Sora brought up is, unfortunately what happens to actual pets. A lot of times people pick them up without even realizing how much work they are or whatever, and so they end up abandoned or dead. In fact, that's why most pet stores do not allow you to adopt rabbits during Easter. People holiday, but then don't realize, oh, a pet is, this is an actual animal I have to take care of, and that's just not worth the trouble. And for the record, yeah, rabbits are actually higher maintenance than a gerbil or hamster. Even if it doesn't seem like they're actually... Yeah, like a dog and cat, they're pretty high maintenance to take care of properly. Just stopped me because you knew he wasn't going to kill it? Who do you think sold him that gear? So you let me and the boy work ourselves to death over nothing? Come on, like you didn't want to say his poker face crumble a bit too. You're such a meanie. What happened to the store just now? Why does I look so pissed off? Hi, you got embarrassed by the boss and a kid. Right, we found a critter on the wall. Moose Beast figures. How'd the boss deal with it? Hey, sure we should get rid of it, but he decided to adopt it as a pet. Moose Beast, not too surprising. Hey, you know something? Used to keep another small critter too a couple years ago. How come we never heard about this? Oh, because he's shy. Oh, what happened? What happened? Moose Beasts have an average lifespan of 2 years. It died. Oh, so that's why he's always getting hammered and listening to blues in his room around then? Probably. Oh no, I'm gonna tear up again. Hey, stop. So you've been keeping quiet this whole time? Got nothing to say to me? Thank you, Mr. Emperor. I care what you hear about your thanks, punk. That's not what I want from you. I got nothing else to say. That's really all you're bottling up? Why'd you keep it anyway? Just happened to suit your fancy? Why else? If you don't like it, you will listen. Would you have killed it? If I did, what would you do? Oh, I'd have stopped you. And then good. Wait, what do you mean? If my decision wasn't going to affect yours, what's the problem? Oh, but if you've made up your mind, stop yammering and follow through. You better think it through first, though, else you might regret it your whole life. Alright, we're here. This place is... You know what? Yeah, Mr. Lee told me about the slums here. It's where people with the stone disease live. What else did he tell you? That I should stay away? He's right. This ain't a place for brats like you to be hanging out in. Why'd you bring me here? Because ain't nobody wants to come here, which makes a perfect hideout for anyone who doesn't want to be found. Hey, Mr. Emperor, what brings you here today? I got 2 critters I need you to take a look at. What strange animals brought you? Show 'em, punk. Moose Beast and a Storm Cloud Beast. Mr. Emperor, who's this? A doctor. He's got mad skills. Knows how to treat both people and animals. I can deal with just about anyone and anything, as long as they're not scared to visit me, that is. He's amazing, why hide? Ask him, not me. Because I'm technically a criminal. How could a doctor be a criminal? Because a doctor will always force you to face your pains in the most direct and cruelest way possible. Well, they bring nothing but bad news. That just makes you honest, not a criminal. The most honest people can also be the most cruel. Oh, what are you getting at? Very good. Stay suspicious. Don't take everything at face value. It's the things you're most sure of that'll always betray you in the end. I'm guessing by his uniform, he's former reunion. Have you tried not speaking in riddles? You done yet? Something going on with Moose Beast? Forget I said that. Ow. Alright, here, sweetie. Let's take a look. Doesn't look bad. It's pretty thin. It's fur, Alexaster, so it's just malnourished. From the look of it, though, did something happen? Is it sick? Maybe it's scared. It wasn't the storm Cloudy's mouth not a while ago. Oh, no wonder. Small critters like this happen to be a Cloudbeast's favorite meal. This one seems familiar, though, like I've seen it before. Good boy, let me take a look. I know it. I stitched this leg wound up myself. Elegant. Perfect. Oh, do you remember its master? The one who brought this fell to me 3 years ago. If memory serves, they had Oreopathy. By the looks of it, they were on their last legs. I felt sorry, so I patched up the Cloud Beast for free, but they asked me to keep the little guy, too. And you didn't? Of course not. I'm a doctor, not a philanthropist. Not because your broke ass couldn't afford it. See, what I just say, honest people can also be the most cruel. I guess. I know the person is now. They're very sick, so probably dead by now. There's an empty lot on the outskirts of the slums where people sometimes put up whatever infected's left behind to remember them by. Could try checking there. Can't think I still remember them turning their pockets to find every last bit of change just to adopt it, poor thing. Still remember after so long? I have a good memory. Strange, isn't it? I even remember how much they managed to scrape together. How much? 67. 67 LMD to be exact. Ah, so that's why its name is that. Yeah, I had the sneaking suspicion it was the 67 that the little girl mentioned, but I wasn't sure if it was a bit early to make a conclusion like that. Oh, the 677. Well, that's fine. Now it's here. Help the girl find her pet. Again arrives at an animal shelter for clues, but first, he must help her owner with a small favor. At noon, the LGD is a special place. Those who have no business here tend to stay away, and those whom the LGD itself has business with wish they could. That said, there will always be those looking for trouble with or without business. Stands guard. Hey, sir, have you heard of the harm going in Mafia War from 12 years ago? What about the Poa Street robbery one rainy night 10 years ago? Remain silent. Well, the dual murder 7. Mister, I know nothing about any of those events you just mentioned, and I've never heard anyone else talk about them. Please stop disturbing me while I'm on duty. Small size. Never mind. Oh, he has a disguise of some sort. Officer, I want to report a crime. I just saw the man in front of you steal a bicycle and pizza. Wait, why'd I do that? That's slander. No, there's nothing to worry about. We'll know whether he did by checking the security footage. Now please step inside. And you, buddy boy, I need you to confirm a written statement too. Alright, officer. Going according to plan. Rock? Understood. Activating stealth mode. Pyom. The day before. If I'm not mistaken, this should be the place. Hello, is this the animal rescue shelter? Hello? Scram, busy here. Try to ask something, not start trouble. Think you don't know how you little brats think. You get yourselves all excited to adopt a pet. When we get bored with it, you abandon on the street. That does actually happen. Like I said, that does actually happen, which is very unfortunate. Sir, I'm afraid you're mistaken. I'm not here to adopt him, or to ask about missing Storm Beast. I told you, Scram, so you don't keep a close eye on your pet. Now you screwed up, you come crying to me. Scram, I'm not here to wipe your irresponsible punk's asses. Need your ass wipe yourself. Get out. Can't you at least let me explain? Get out. But no, listen to me. What the heck's with his temper? Stop kicking. He won't open that door. That's just how he is, grumpy. Well, Miss, do you know him? I live next door. I can count on one hand the number of times this year, though. He's got a bad temper and a pretty skitty past, too. He used to be in the Syracusan Mafia. You'd be out of your mind to get involved with him. Doesn't he run an animal rescue shelter? He can't be that bad, then. I know you're a kid, but you shouldn't believe everything people tell you. When he keeps his front door closed all day long, who's to say what's really going on inside? You can't trust anyone outside your family. Maybe much less anyone just slammed a door in your face. Did you say anything that makes you so suspicious of him, miss? The LGD played him a visit a couple of days ago. LGD? Not from around here, aren't you? The cops, basically. They said he was illegally keeping police beck beasts. Police animals. Isn't that illegal? That's what I said. And if he's not afraid of keeping LGD beck beasts in his house, is he afraid of anything? Why does he keep all those rescues? Sure, I see him bring back animals sometimes, but he just as often takes them somewhere else. Maybe he's selling them back to the black market butchers or something. That does sound sketchy. He was actually doing shady business with an animal shelter as a front. I can't let that slide. Alright, good now. Thanks, miss. I'm heading back inside then. You should go home. Don't hang around here too much. After the woman closes the door, Agen doesn't leave, but instead walks up the shelter door and touches the knob with his finger. A small icicle enters the keyhole. After a little back and forth, it lets out a light click. Pushes the door open and quietly slips through the narrow gap. No cages or fences, only a small feeding bowl and with days-old water and food. What about rescues? Where'd they go? Did he really send them to the butchers like the neighbor said? If that's the case, why would he be all this pet food? What's on the table? Architectural diagram, Lungman Guard Department Headquarters. Few spots marked in red, detention cell, kennels, only a door separates two very close to each other. What is this guy plotting? Is he doing that all the way just for that Beck beast? Hey punk, who are you? How'd you get in here? Oh, I swore I locked the door. Why is it so cold? My bad, sir. Was it you? Better pay for this. Got replaced last week, huh? What do you mean, huh? Sorry. Right, am I just actually playing with the blueprint? Hey, punk, stop my stuff. I'm just gonna kill. Careful. Don't move, sir. The ring of ice around your neck is only getting tighter. Not bad, kid. So would you mind telling me what you're planning to do, exactly? Those shameless bastards, they made up some kind of excuse to take my beasts away. Why, I think I shouldn't be trying to get them back? Oh, but I heard it was you taking the cup's animal in the first place. Oh, please, that poor thing that had one paw in the grave and I find it? Where were the LGD then? Been getting along fine for years. What gives us the right to come and take him away now? Just saying you rescued it and kept it around. What other rescues? How come I didn't see sign of them before? Take a look around. Does this place look like a safe place to keep animals? I bought a patch of land I used to be an abandoned factory, and they're over there. Now, you think I buy that? Like I care whether you buy it. That a microwave oven? What are you looking at? I was heating up some manteau. That's your dinner. You ask a whole lot of questions, kid. That's all you're having? What's that got anything to do with you? You have all this pet food around, but all you're having for dinner is a single manteau. I got many mouths to feed. I gotta cut costs somewhere. Pardon me. Lowers the casting hand. Nervously strokes his neck. Kid, you know Origin Marts, don't you? Let's just say I do. Lockpicking. Can use them elsewhere. You were asking about the Cloud Storm Beast, weren't you? Yeah, he's been missing for a year. Have you seen him? To tell the truth, I've stayed a few of them, but my memory's not that great. I don't remember the details, but I do keep files on all of them. If you're willing to lend me a hand, I'll take a look. All you do is flip through some files. Want me to break an LGD? And what universe is that a fair deal? See yourself, I'm not forcing you, but I guess you do have to ask somewhere else about the Cloud Beast. Rhodes Island branch office, early morning. Again. Again. Huh? Morning, Rock. You look terrible. Did I spook you? I've been mulling over some stuff. Didn't notice you. Where were you this morning? Zelbai came back pretty early last night. You said you went to the slums by yourself. How was it? Did you find anything? Rock. What's up? I think I might have dug myself into a huge hole I can't just climb out of. Did you say yes? I guess. As far as I can tell, there's no way we can get the Beck Beast out, but I can at least help get him back in. Then why is he going? He says he's worried sick and has to see for himself that if his Beck Beast isn't happy, he'll break it out or die trying. Is he crazy? If he wants to take that risk and do himself, why do you have to go? I don't have a choice if we're gonna find the Cloud Beast. I asked everyone else. He's the only one that pays any attention to the strays around here. If it wants to involve a kid, I won't let you. Who knows what that guy'll do? Rock, you guys will have enough on your plate already. I can handle this myself. If push comes to shove, I'll throw him under the bus. I'm pretty sure the LGG will trust me more than a former mafioso. And what part is that about? And what part of that is supposed to ease my nerves? Just give me a chance to help. I can make time to come with you. But I heard from the other operators here you guys work closely. I'm a complete outsider, though. If something goes wrong, you have plausible deniability. Don't bother helping me. You think that's what I'm worried about? Calm down, okay? You're right, I can't be so reckless. Alright, please calm down. But I can send one of my drones with you. Wouldn't that give your identity away anyway? Closure gave me a new optic refraction module. I can make them temporarily invisible to even eye. You sound pretty excited. Oh, I can even adjust the propeller's rotation and reduce its noise to a minimum. When it's in super silent mode, nobody will even notice, even in the quietest room. So you just keep all these tools on you? Wait, are we going to tear it apart here now? Oh, be quiet and sit down. Don't go anywhere. Just you wait. I'll finish up in no time. This drone will definitely come in handy. The moment you step foot in that building, I'll find out where everyone is and which way you should go. I can even disrupt surveillance cameras and hide your tracks. Besides, if that guy really bothers you so much, I don't want him to have the upper hand. Thanks. I thought you said you weren't going to get us some water. Why'd you get a pack of chips too? Eat up. And it's for me? Who else? I don't need this crap. Dang. Now, we'll start as soon as you're done. You told me you knew how to get past the front door. Mind telling me what your plan is now? What, can't figure it out on your own? Really won't part of the mafia, huh? Don't look the part? No, you look exactly the part. So why didn't you... So why, in that case, why'd you leave and start an animal rescue? I was on the wrong side of a power struggle in the family. Kicked me out. Was down on my luck. I met young me. I saved him and he saved me. That was when I figured out there are things out there that need me. You were close? Of course. He was trembling when I first took him in, but these days he's more scared without me around. What a story. What a story. A mafioso becoming best buddies with a police beast. Former mafioso. When I first came to Lungman, I thought I'd be sitting on the LG's front doorstep. I never thought I'd be sitting on the LG's front doorstep with a kid while he scarfs down potato chips either. Want any? I can't finish. Alright, give me one. I can leave the nastiest scars. Must have lost it. Why am I even talking with a punk like you about this? Not like you'd understand. It's all the chips. Okay, let's go. Alright. Detention center. Serious? Just for jacking a bicycle? What's wrong with that? At the very least, you made it to the building. I thought you were writing a statement. How'd you get in here? Pulled a trick while I was writing it. Snuck out the officer went to check things out. All the route I did to avoid the camera. Don't worry, I have a much safer way. You can say I was completely invisible to cameras we hear. Alright, remember what I told you? Don't bring your hand on the doorknob, you could get frostbite. Alright, I got it. Now let's hurry up and... Beckby's kennels aren't too far from here. If we're quick, we can get back to the detention cell before the back. We're only going for a quick look, right? Hey, shut up, I know that. Now let's hurry. I see it. It's right over there. Young Nay. Ah, that's adorable. Runs in circles, excited. Whir. Let me look at you. Just miss me? I've been thinking about you every day. Whir. Alright, I'm happy to see you doing well. Look at this room. It's bigger than my bedroom. Whir. I was thinking I'd bring you home, but look at you. They're taking such good care of you that you even gotten fat. Sorry you had to suffer with me for so long. Squeeze his nose into gap fencing, trying to get out. Hey, you can't even squeeze the fence. Whir. I know you missed me. There's nothing we can do. Again, it's time to go. The drone's detected a cop heading this way from the other side. He's talking. Visible drone. Why'd you bring something like that? I'll explain later. We gotta go now. Someone's coming. Need a little more time. Just a little more. Shut up and get going. I don't care if you get caught or not, but if you think I'll let you take again down with you, you've got nothing coming. What's wrong with you? Trying to give me a scare? Going if you don't want to get caught. Do you really want to get thrown in jail? No one finds out. It's gonna because how loud you are. Young, I need to go now. We probably won't see each other again. You be good here. Well, don't think about me anymore. Whoa. Slamming the fence. How can you stop it? Why don't you send your drone away first? I'll stay and buy him some time. What are you planning? What if you get caught? Don't worry, I won't bring you guys any trouble. Sure. Masking up? Sure you need to with me around? Stop being courteous, I'm leaving right now. Stop being courteous with me, I'm leaving right now. Hey, we'll buy you 10 minutes. If you say anything to... If you have anything to say with your piece, you got it. Why are you two going so far to help me? I know there's some things you'll never get a chance to say again if you don't get off your chest now. Let's go. Yeah. Gone cold here. The wall's freezing up. Shit, it's Virginia Mars requesting back. Before he's able to reach the columns in his helmet, a rigid chunk of ice locks his arms in place. Seeing they can't break free, he grits his teeth and dashes the wall, but he feels a chill climb his legs. He looks down to find ice reaching all the way up his waist. Sorry much on area. I just want to borrow something. First, I want to borrow this place. Next, I want to borrow a few minutes. Why aren't you showing your face? Should you be showing sincerity and asking for a favor? Sorry about that. I'm borrowing something. I might want to explain what you need it for. Would you believe me if I told you someone's catching up with an old friend? I have catching up to do. Take it to a cafe. Why do in a backbeast enclosure? Shoot. Here to see Mentuan. Mentuan, aren't you? You sure got balls. Show yourself. Spec, this gotta be a quick thinker. What do we do again? Okay, the ice is gonna melt, and once we're gone, there'll be no evidence. Hurry then, there'll be more of them in a moment. Get Iris, stop sneaking around. Who has been staying with a spineless man, huh? You asshole. Crap, we can't take insult. Let him go, kid. I'm not leaving today without this guy. You got your kid to do dirty work? Officer, you got the wrong idea. I think we should probably stay quiet. Let him go. Sorry about this. So. This is LGHQ. Mr. Brass wants to sneak in here to see Metuan. He's not Metuan, he's Yangni. He's my pet. You're wrong. He's a beg who's first-class honors. Then the Chernobog conducted countless search and rescue, bombed fields and tracking. There's no way you're his owner. What are you on about? Not me, then who? You? You look like he thinks you're his owner? I'll tell you, Metuan's owner is Superintendent Sumi. Yeah, I won't let an ex-con fool around with his former partner. Give him moves beast his ass about his former partner. Stop resisting. Take your damn hands off me. Go my leg first. Why don't you take your arm off my neck first? They're fighting? No, more like bickering. They're not going to hurt themselves, are they? Rolling on the ground like that? No, the only thing that's hurting is the definition of the word fight. So basically, this is just one of those anime slap fights. Thump. Hagen turns around to see the beast naively slamming into the fence. He seems very agitated, the two tussling with each other and trying to break free. Slams the cage harder, blooding its soft nose. And maybe this impatient little beast. I think our first order of business is stop it rather than tussling hooligans. Hey, little fella, you want out? Rubs his hand. You want the two of them to stop fighting, and don't worry, neither are any good at it. They won't hurt each other. Though we can't let them keep this up. Kneels and puts his hand on the door handle. Decided who to go with long ago, right? Just that they never ask you. Well, now's the time to tell them. Go. Exhale. Before the cage door is even fully open, it squeezed itself out and started yelping at the tussling duo. Seeing the two aren't paying any attention, Yangni desperately bites his trainer's ankle. The pain immediately stops and he looks back at that barking. Betuan, what's this about? You need to watch the series. I just might. You just stop already? Ah, you're finally showing yourself, boy. Still a kid, don't believe whatever lies. Go home, this isn't your fault. It's between two of us. That's right, Scram. Go look at those files they abandoned for. I knew this was gonna happen. I'd want my lackeys away. You know, I could totally separate you by force if it comes to it. Hey, what are you doing? What's with the icicles? But go on the count of three. Fine, 1, 2. Oh, phew. How come everyone's trying to strangle me these days? What a coincidence. I thought you were Mafia. How the hell did you survive till now with moves like that? You're in the LGD and you got nerve to say that to me. I used to work a desk job. We have desk jobs in Mafia too, you know. Fine, standing a little further apart, give me some room. Did you have to squeeze between us? Scoots over. Brr. You don't sit next to me too, huh? You don't want to follow him, do you, Metuan? What's so good about that guy? He kept you in a dingy place of veggie cheap pet food. Well, I can't offer him nearly as much as you guys can, but I've been keeping him warm the best I can. All these years, if I was only 70% young, he got to be 80. 70% warm, he got to be 80. Can't offer him the best, but I can offer him better than myself. When Alming was still around, he'd start taking care of Metuan before sunrise, spared no expense, and gave him the finest the markets had to offer. Do you remember him? Oh. Loved you and always did everything he could for you, ever since you were still a pup. When Chernobog came crashing and took you on that mission, you went missing, he gave his life. Couldn't even recover his full remains. You haven't forgotten him just because he's gone, have you? Was this in Wansong Plaza? That's right, I always remember that place. Yeah, he remembers too. Every now and then he dragged me to the place I found him only to howl. Is that so? If he remembers so well, how was he able to keep facing forward? Strokes the nose, wounded the beast in his arms. Kid, why you been all quiet? I'm just tired. You're really not a cute one, are you? So you're Yang Nai now. I like him, don't you? Alright, go with him. I won't keep you. What's this about? I'm tired. Some burdens are too heavy to carry for so many years. Oh, you're just gonna give up? Listen, if he's made up his mind, then I'm behind him all the way. I'll keep visiting that stinking hole in the wall of yours. If I ever find you neglecting him, I'll show you what for. How else showed? Load of shit. Me neglect him? Hey, shut up. I need to make a call. Stop him. Who's I head to the 3rd floor and get me some documents, will ya? Telling the air conditioning the beast candle seems to be acting up. Could you send a request to get it repaired for me? Advanced camera shows everyone heading this way, turning around. Get out of here then. Agni, let's go. We're going home. Hey, why? It's a cage. My twin, are you staying? Look at you, Chow. Never gonna change, huh? Shakes. This is rear off the ground. Shakes. It's a bag of food and leaves the cage. LGD. This is as far as I can take you. Good man. There are way too many turns inside this building, though. My head's still spinning. Only took you down that road to dodge my coworkers. Be grateful. Thanks, sir. I didn't do it for you. See you, Metro. No, Yangani. Be sure to come see when you have time. Ming, don't worry. I'll go check on him often. Downtown. Come with me. I got files on every animals I ever took care of. Wow, it's a lot. Pile ceiling. Storm cloud. I just remember sort these into categories. Rummages through. Oh, watch out, sir. There we go. Fetch. Got it. All in here. Records from last year. Total of 4 in that time. This one. An old woman adopted it and long after. It's not far from here. Now that one's got a damaged ear. That one I'm looking for doesn't. This one? No, the owner came to get him back. The age isn't right here. That one's muzzle's turning gray. Gotta be this one then. Look exactly the same. You mean other than the big brown spot on its chest? Sorry, mine's one that used to be. What's that? Where'd that go? I can't see anything on the table. I keep reading. I'll climb down and take a look. Alright, storm, completely black, unhurt, escaped the window. I think I found it. It's color of the nameplate. All those found was a snapped collar, a large amount of blood on the ground. Judging that blood was unlikely to have survived. Written says what? 67. Was thought to have died, but didn't. Console girl saddened by the death of her pet, Xiaobai decides to hold a funeral so the girl can say goodbye. Wait, Min Min? Oh, hello, Xiaobai. Looks like you're on duty. Physicians, please report to Ward 11. This morning, the patient's blood originium crystal was taken sharply. The originium on the intercostal surface started to grow, causing severe pain. We've assessed this to be an acute exacerbation. Prepare the emergency medication facilities. I'll be there shortly. Min Min, is there anything? Let's talk about this when I get back. Oh, okay. Morning, Xiaobai. Did you have breakfast yet? Hello, Rock. I went to the cafeteria early this morning. You know, Rock. The sewage treatment system in the office seems to be malfunctioning. Think you could take a look? You're in luck. I happen to have my tools today. Mind showing me the way? I'll see you this afternoon, Xiaobai. I think I might be able to help. I'm so busy right now. My throat's a little dry. Let me grab a sip of my drink here real quick. Good morning, Xiaobai. Hello, Suzerain. Do you have any plans today? A few patients passed away over the last few days, leaving their prized possessions behind. I'm taking them out as a way to send them off, so hopefully their souls can rest in peace. Does that happen often in your line of work? Even though the medics do their best to rescue them, some tragedies are unavoidable. Can I help with that? I'd like to do something for them as well. Funeral? Oh, it's nothing as fancy as that. It's a small ritual of sorts. It's okay, I can handle myself. Just you being here is enough. A bunch of operators have told me the patient is smiling a lot more since you came. Really? Homeopathy treatment is a long and boring process. The time they spend chatting with you, it really means a lot to them. I'm so glad to hear that. I just wish I could be more useful in other ways. For us, the fact you can talk to patients without any fear in your eyes is already something we're very grateful for. You're doing great. But isn't that literally the least you can do? I mean, the more you say stuff like that, the more I feel like I haven't done anything special. Oh no, it's getting late. I really need to get going. I won't keep you. See you later then. Bye. Another day where I can't help anyone. That cousin of mine, he's clearly agreed we'd help help Zoyon find her storm cloud beast, but he ended up leaving to go search for clues without me. I was the one who tried to help, but I ended up holding him back. Just like when you were out in the Barrens, there wasn't a single thing I could help out with. I only made him more worried. There has to be something else I can do, right? I can't rely on him forever. What's eating you up, Zalbai? Oh, when'd you get back? Did you learn anything about the Cloud Beast? I did, but it's not good news. It's gone. How could this be? Does Zoyan know? I just came back from a ward. She must be so sad. What should we do? That's up to you. Me? What can I do? I'm sure she needs her company right now. Go cheer her up, okay? Is just being there enough to cheer her up? If anyone can do it, it's you. I'm sure of it. Alright, I'll stay with her and help her get through this. 67. I come in, Zoyan. I brought you candy. Quickly wipes you. Oh, come in. The door's unlocked. Let's play a little game. Can you guess which hand the candy's in? Oh, I don't know. Oh, come on. Just take a guess. You're right. I got it. Congrats on winning strawberry candy. As a reward, also give you peach candy in the other. Mind if I sit next to you? I saw Agen come back from here. Are you doing alright? I'm grateful to him, but I'm gonna need some time. I'm always here for you. If you ever need someone to talk to, just come to me. Sorry. Luckily, we know Herpet's alive, but I've had to say goodbye to a few of my own. I don't want to go into it because it's depressing, though. So I'll just leave it at, it never really gets easier. Thank you. Massage her fingers. Agen brought back the collar. It's the one I gave to 67, alright. The top part was soaked in blood. I can't imagine what he went through. It must have been pain. So much pain. It's okay. You don't have to worry about me. I made a promise to Rock I wouldn't lose to grief. I think you're doing fine. Sorry, gotta go. Go with her to Rhodes Island Landship next week. Or I pack my bags, they're under the bed. Without 67, there's nothing left for me here. I'm ready to leave. Say, why don't we hold a funeral? Funeral. Yeah, let's hold a small one before you leave, so you get a chance to say goodbye. Stop joking around. Only rich people can afford like that. Us can't even dream it. Oh, why is that? So many infected die here without even getting funerals. Even if you don't want to dream of it, I will. Not healthy to say goodbye to those. It's not healthy to not say goodbye to those who leave us. Just leave the funeral to me. It doesn't have to be a big ceremony funeral, yeah. Sometimes just a few people close by is all you need. Sorry, I shouldn't be getting so emotional. Excuse me, or at least not in this particular one. This game has plenty of things to cry about, that's for sure. Excuse me, sir, is this Fair Departure's funeral parlor? Other receptionist level little kid in. Someone get them out of here. Hey, I'm not playing around, I'm here to organize something. You want to buy funeral supplies, or a team to organize it for you? Pet team will be conducting this funeral for my friends. Pet. There's gotta be some kind of prank, right? Only people with more money and common sense would hold a pet funeral for Pet and Lungman. Well, Abigail, what's funny about that? I'd be idealistic. I'll just tell you straight up, since our establishment, our company has had countless clients, all wealthier than you can imagine. Among them, some have even been qualified to be buried in the cemetery in the middle of the city. Oh, you're too good for ordinary folks? Young lady, when someone's loved one passes away, they usually purchase wreaths and candles. Even a spontaneous gathering square counts as a funeral. If asking a professional to host one for your pet, it's more than a little extravagant. Extravagant? Is that expensive? Guess I'll pass. I don't have that much money, but if anything, I can use some of that. Everything here's for people, though. We don't care a single thing for pets. Oh, what? I miss... We just broke the news to the girl that her pet died. And that brought back memories of my own. Long story short, I've lost a few pets over the years. It never gets easier. Sorry, it's probably a bit silly for me to tear up over something so simple. Oh well. Well, I wear my emotions on my sleeve. I mean, no point in pretending I'm not crying, right? Alright, it's Storm Cloud. You see his picture? Oh, why does it look familiar? Wait, this is Lady Yuan's? Oh, wait, mind if I ask your friend's name? Zhao Yuan. As in Lily Yuan. Is she really the nickname basis? This be one of her friends. Yuan family to make a phone call and inquire about possible for a lost Cloud Beast. Could she be here on her behalf? So her Cloud Beast is never found? That's right. She has a bunch of people to look for it. Finally, my cousin found its collar soaked in blood, so we assume it's dead. She hired so many people. Enough to turn Lungmin inside out, yet she still couldn't find it. What awful luck. Yeah, luckily my own pets haven't had any rough passings, but it never gets easier, that's for sure. Alright, she's trying to be strong, but I can feel her sadness. Also, I was career fair with the Yuans. I can't just ignore this girl. I should realize sooner what kind of child from an ordinary family would even consider a funeral for a pet. I'm sorry to hear that, young lady. Don't worry, we'll handle it. I'm sure Miss Yuan will most satisfied with the results. Oh, but did you say it was a bit extravagant? There's no need to dwell too much on what I just said. We'd be honored to carry our thoughts and feelings. Your pain. Oh, that. I do not like how this guy pulled a 180. I realized the only reason he did it was because he found out the family requesting it actually has some pull. It just doesn't sit well with me, to be blunt. We shall fully cover the expenses of the process over. I hope Miss Yuan could put in a good word for us for the boss. Yeah, exactly. If only to help, she'll definitely receive your praises when she sees it. That would be a great honor. May I ask your family name? Miss Law. Miss Yuan is lucky to have a friend like you. I wouldn't go that far. But this way, please, allow me to introduce some of our establishment's warding services. Alright, the first plan we offer is paper crafts. The work you see here were all made painstakingly handmade from masters in Changshu. Encompassing aspects of life deceased, we also offer packages, different ages, genders, personalities. There's game consoles and handhelds here. Do you have anything suitable for a pet? We can make a custom set for a cloud, basically paper nests, bowls, and climbing, as well as pins, fries, dried goods. Oh, you really do have everything here. Please take our second plan, a procession of flowers. Wow, the colors of the wreath are so vivid, my eyes feel like they're gonna bloom. That's right. This wreath is made up of comprehensive arrangement of flowers corresponding to the 5 elements and 8 trigrams. When used in a funeral, it blesses family, clan, descendants, making the best choice for funeral accessories. For a small animal, I don't think a big wreath would make much sense. You can make a smaller replica as well. Upon it will be written an elegant couplet. Oh, thanks for doing all this. Last but not least, our trump card service of our customer favorite. Father, oh dear father, may you forever rest in peace. Hi, what in the world's this? Hey, stop rehearsing. Can't you see you're scaring our client? Oh, it's okay, I'll be fine. This is our ambiance team, dedicated for the proceedings. To give more immersive morning experience. Well, this is helping me get over my sadness, only because it's making me incredibly frustrated at how corporate they're making this. I mean, holy fuck! Look, they're literally paying people to cry. Wow. These people are horrible. What kind of atmosphere are we supposed to have for a pet funeral? Quick, get this young lady a demo, Clubby's version. Kelly puts on Clubby's here, Evan. Oh, I think there's something new today. Yeah, I'm disliking these people the more time we spend here. Soon. Oh, thank God. Oh, crap. Oh, no, he's here. Are you sure the address is correct, Miss Lowe? Yes, we've put in the times. You're absolutely sure Miss Yuan lives here? When your supplies arrive, once you're absolutely sure you and your staff, the eminent monks with rich experience. Oh, fuck off with this corporate bullshit! Thank you, but we already have someone in mind. Ask who that may be. She's one of our friends, Gashi. She grew up in the shrine, so she's familiar with all kinds of rituals. Ah, friend Miss Yuan's. Do forgive me for my intuitions. You see, it became popular in my upper crust to invite foreign spiritualists. Add that to our list of services. Having the case, I won't hold you any longer. There's still more work to be done, but if you need our help, don't hesitate to drop by. Thank you for your time. Zhaoyan, while you're staying outside, you can come in. Who's that? Just a person. I was planning to buy a few things and arrange it myself. After showing a photo, he suddenly offered to help. There's so much stuff on the ground here. It must have been expensive. How much you pay? Nothing actually. He said he'd cover it. He even asked how you were doing. Wow, it's not something I say every day. I didn't think there'd be anyone willing to help like that. What do you think? They managed to get this out in a single day? Oh, they're like wonderful. It's the real deal. Even 67 was... When 67 was still here, he never got to say such nice things. If I had known, I've come earlier to thank the man properly. I better thank you too. Without you here, I'd never dared try something like this. I should be thanking you. Everyone's so busy since I arrived and haven't been able to help out. I can't treat people. I don't know magic. I can't fix anything. All I can do is watch the patients suffer, grieve, even depart. I'm happy I could do something for you. Thank you for believing in me. Great. Oh, let's not dwell on that. The funeral's about to start. Oh, but Suzerain's not back yet. I want to ask her to host it. She should already be back from today's ritual. I'll go look for her then. Wait for me right here. Jesus. If only I could be like Zhao Bai, so honest and brave. Bro, you'll believe I got a client. You and the family's eldest daughter. Hasn't left yet? Should I hi? Ms. Yuan called the boss. Do you remember that? She said she lost Stormcloud Beast. She couldn't find it. She asked for a funeral. Her friend found it. Wait, Yuan's pet go missing more than a year ago? Well, the address her friend gave seemed a bit off. It delivered to a pharmaceutical company, not the Yuan estate. Wrong possibility. It's been producing cosmetics for years. Wouldn't surprise me they branched out to medicine too. Yuan, but Yuan's her first name, not the family name. And what about cosmetics? I've never seen any operators making those. Don't worry about it. I think they helps me climb the corporate ladder. Yeah, again, fuck off with this corporate bullshit. I don't even feel sad these guys are losing money on this. Frankly, they deserve it at this point. If they're, I mean, first of all, they're being extremely unobservant, and also the only reason he'd even considered it was to climb the corporate ladder. So yeah. Now this sounds like Zhaoyan at all. Wait, was this a misunderstanding? Not sure what's going on, but I should find Suzerain first. Yeah, let him screw himself over. I genuinely don't care. And after how all that, this is where the funeral for the infected was held, huh? Could be more different with the park we saw this morning. All these photos of the people who pay their respects. Some of them are so young. Is a 67. The other half is the photos covered. That's strange. Who's this man carrying 67? What's going on? For all living beings, suffering has no end. The cycle starts anew. They step into peace once more. Is that Suzerain's chanting? Oh, Suzerain. Oh, Zhaobai, what are you doing here? Oh, we noticed you hadn't returned to the office, so I came looking. Oh, I totally lost track of time. I was absorbed in my prayer. Didn't even notice the sun changing place in the sky. For all the people in the photos, patients who recently passed on, I never knew there were so many. It's not just our patients, about other infected as well. They don't have their own cemetery or even money for a funeral, so friends and relatives come taking photos of them and pay their respects. They don't bring anything except photos. Just having a photo is already pretty good. Some people don't even have that. See. Suzerain, are you praying for the infected who passed? All things have a soul, and death is not the end of life. I can't bear to simply leave all the photos like this, so I recite scriptures a few extra times in hopes of ending their suffering and helping them find peace. Does that really work? I am not sure, but it's all I can do for them. Why does it have to be this way? Not only do Oreopathy patients not get a good life, they can't even get a proper burial. Just don't understand. Zobai remembers the park she went. Candles and funerals placed on clean, neat grass. A lot of people attended the funeral, solemn-faced and sorrowful. This place could be more different. Weathered photos, rusted barbed wire, strident screeches, and choking smell in the air all told her. When the infected passed, the only thing they take with them is life itself. What's wrong, Zhaobai? Someone showed me a very different sort of funeral. For a non-infected person, right? It was spectacular. Whose was it? It was someone's pet. Pet. Unfortunately, when someone with oripathy dies, their body effectively shatters. It crystallizes and shatters, and from there on out, anyone who gets in contact with those crystals becomes infected themselves. It's a terrible cycle, and that's why they have to burn bodies after they die, or at least seal them in a room so that it doesn't spread. Otherwise, it could just get worse. So you aren't? I don't know who you were talking about. What's not my friend? Why didn't you speak up earlier, little fraud? I wasn't trying to lie to you. That was your own misunderstanding. Yeah, you're a complete idiot, and you deserve this silliness happening to you, man. What awful luck. Boss is gonna let me hear the end of it. Good. I hope they go all Benson on you. And yes, I say that with full knowledge that Benson's usually right to be pissed off. Usually. Alright, take everything away. Don't leave a single thing behind. On it. Still professional at fault, huh? What the hell do you know? This is professionalism. Damn it, blast is a curse of luck. We'll make us pay him back, will he? Probably not. You can't exactly go airing your own dirty laundry in Lungman. Try to do this under the table, so no one else is going to be responsible for his loss. To be honest, I still feel kind of bad. There's nothing to feel bad about. Two-faced people like him ought to get hoisted on the petard. Let's go find Zoyan. She said she's waiting for you over the empty lot. There, I was help. Hi. The guy didn't give you any trouble, did he? No, he made his own bed. That's good. It's better not to associate with people like that. I still owe you an apology. I promised you I'd hold a funeral, but I'm empty-handed now that he's taken everything back. It's for the best. I wouldn't use most of it anyway. Oh, but those things are so beautiful. Yeah, they were. They might have made us look good, but I couldn't stand seeing them. We're satisfied with all that. I think what she meant was all the fancy pants stuff is for the upper crust. What Zoyan wants is the dignity of an infected. That's right. What good is dignity if it's buried in a fake identity? So thank you for telling me the truth, Xiaobai. No need to thank me. In the end, I couldn't do anything for you. That's Zoe then. Come now, don't say stuff like that. A person can accomplish in a single lifetime's a drop in the ocean, but that doesn't represent all of what you are. Or mean that at the time you ever spent are meaningless. So thank you for always trying to lend an upper hand, even if you're terrible at fixing things. Hey, that doesn't make me feel better at all. He looks like I need to thank you as well. Maybe you can't treat Oriopathy, but you weren't afraid to get close to us. Hey, what's so special about that? Says her head. Oh, what are you doing? Trying to catch the golden pearls falling from your eyes. They're worth good money. Again, aren't you gonna say something? Hey, she's not wrong, is she? Again. Everything begins with a single meeting. That's what my dad once told me. Then, my mom added that everything must also end with a painful parting. When I asked them what's the difference between being and a parting, the answer they gave me was this, that miracles come between them, one after another. So I gather here to thank the friends who bravely entered our lives, leaving behind the miracles of understanding, tolerance, and companionship in our empty, desolate hearts. Those miracles are enough to sustain us the rest of our lives, solely because I met you and you met me. Q67. The evening wind blends with the wailing and weeping of the dark night. Sun-soaked weeds and moisture-rusted fences rustle and creak a sad song. A girl hangs a picture of a storm cloud because the old barbed fence. The faded and weathered photos next to her whispering almost inaudibly in the wind. Everyone falls silent, letting the sky sink into darkness and coming encroachment of nightfall. The sun's last rays do not relent, insisting on tearing through the dim sky with one last vivid breath of red. The silence is broken by a voice. Taobai, again! What are you doing here, too? That isn't an illusion, is it? 67? I need to grab a drink. My throat is absolutely dry. Alright, second to last one. The morning twilight, a goodbye from the dark of night to the light of day. Evening twilight, a reunion between the light of the day and the dark of night. They bid farewell, only to cross again, and so too the sun and moon alternate, and time passes. All life begins to spread, history stutters ever onward, civilization comes to endure, and all this in its entirety starts from no more than a meeting and a parting. Zhao Hei! Zhao Hei! Zhao Bai! Really you? Yep, it's me. I thought I'd never see you again. Been looking for you all this time. Same here, are you guys alright? Pat Zoe on the shoulder. As good as ever, don't worry. About you, Zoe, are you hurt? You been going hungry? No, I'm doing great. I've been eating good each day. That's great to hear. I just never expected we reunite in a place like this. Who cares? We did! Finally. Back together. So you're working part-time for Mr. Lee now. Yep, he took me in, and I feel bad just freeloading there. What about you guys? How have you been doing at the Rhodes Island place? We haven't actually been to Landship yet. We're just here with their operators in the branch office for now. What's our branch office like? A lot like the Hall for Spirits. Our main thing is helping out some very unique people. I've seen them, the ones with large rocks growing on them. I know how tough their lives are. Other people treat them so badly. Yeah, that's why that's why I admire Rhodes Island's operators. I'm so worried about you guys coming here and catching it. Isn't it dangerous you stay here? They have thorough protective measures at the branch here. As for Zhao Bai, I've been taking good care of her. Don't worry, plenty of operators work here, and they don't get sick. Like Rock Rock. She's been helping these sick people forever, and she's always been fine. Rock Rock, that little feline's looking at you. He is. Waves an arm. Sevens up. Ah! Relax, they're good people. Must be Zhao Hei, Zhao Bai, and again have told me about you. You're just as adorable as I imagined. Nice to meet you, Rock Rock. So hey, Zoyan has a few things she'd like to tell you. Come on, don't be shy now. Hello. Smile. Zoyan's really nervous to see you. Oh, okay. Hello, Zoyan. Oh, what do you want to tell me? Thank you for helping me find 67. No problem. If I weren't helping him, I wouldn't have found my friends either. Oh, so you're all friends too. Today's such a great day. Everyone's finding someone they missed. Isn't that right, 67? Bigfoot. Rawr. Name 67? Because he was sitting on 67 LMD in a suitcase when we found him. And his original owner banned him there. Yeah, it's not even the bag of pet food. Not even enough for a bag of pet food. Rah. 7. I think I heard that name somewhere recently. If memory serves, they had Oreopathy. By the looks of it, they were on their last legs. Asked me to keep little guy too. They were trying out their pockets every last bit of change. I remember how much they scraped together. 67 LMD. Ah, as the previous owner died. Oh yeah, did you ever see a really strange, talking about really good-looking butler? If you ask him to take his cloud beast because he got sick? No, why'd I do that? He's my pet. Why'd I give him to someone else? Anyway, there's all these amazing doctors here. I don't want to go ask anyone else for help. Well, if you're not the one, then who was that? Stairs. Who else could be the one you're looking for? You missed somebody? What are you talking about? Who are you talking about? Me and Susan are a little lost here. Who's the somebody? Everyone looks at each other with an all manner of expression. Furrowing brows, pinching noses, foreheads broadcasting their confusion, brains swimming in disarray. Everyone repeats the same question in their minds. Who are they? Photo after photo stuck the barbed wire comes to life, their clamorous noise drowning the conversation as they fly every which way between its participants. Face after face becomes uncycled paper as they circle around. Zhao Bai forming a storm. In the center are faces of joy, pain, grief, resignation, tears, smiles, youth, age, all sorts of faces relentlessly fly past her gaze, faster and faster, unless she closed her eyes. Is it you? She finally asked in her heart. The photos all come a halt in the air, storm gone without sound. When she opens her eyes again, what greets them is another pair of eyes, soft and warm. Gracious smiles as they gaze towards her. Eyes belonging to an unfamiliar man holding a familiar cloud beast in his embrace. Ah, What is it, Zhaobai? I think I know who he's looking for. I saw a photo here. The cloud beast ant looks exactly like 67. Where'd you see it? Just today. I was trying to find Suzerain so I could ask her to hold a funeral for him. Funeral, but he's right here, isn't he? It's complicated. We were helping Zhao Yan look for him too, but in the end all we found was a color with blood on it. So we were going to hold a funeral since we thought he'd already passed away. We want to send him off properly. Oh, I see. He was probably just hurt at the time. Picks up, 6'7". Where'd you get all these new cuts? The scar on your leg wasn't big enough? He was photographed in wire. This photo's been hanging here for years. It's a good thing it was underneath all those other pictures. It hasn't faded too much. Let me have a look. That's 67, no doubt about it. Zoyan, here. Is this the person you were looking for, 67? That why you can never sit still, always looking out the window and running away? All because you were looking for him. Elsa's photograph. Weird doctor said someone here with a stone disease who took out all the money they had and begged for him to take care of their pet cloud beast. He was the one who told me to look here. So when he was talking about what people had left behind, he made those photos? So who put this photo up? And who come to visit it? Perhaps they're already among other photos somewhere along there. Zoyan, was there anything left in the suitcase aside from the money? No, nothing. If you're right, that's probably everything he left behind. Not everything. Didn't he leave you 67 too? It's not really leaving him to me. Hey, look at the back of his photo, though. It's over. It's a poem. What does it say? It says, let's see here. May heaven protect you. May heaven protect you. There will be someone out there to love you as I did. Dog is against it again. This is the storm on Beast's forehead. 67, did you know? You weren't abandoned, you were the best ever from the most generous person. Dara. From the beast's throat rolls a gentle rumble like a sigh and like a call too. He turns his head and gently brushes against the photograph. Nightfall's embers fall on its face, like a hand reaching out from the past to brush away the fog of time, to sweep off the dust of what light for me. Softly touches his forehead. It soothes all its accumulated worries and wipes away all of its lingering doubts. 67 still misses his old owner, even though he's already gone. Might be, but he'll live forever in 67's memories. Again, Zhao, will I always live in your memories too? What are you talking about? It's too soon to be asking that sort of thing. Yeah, but you'll live forever, and so will Zohai. Zohai? Huh? If you go somewhere really far away one day, you have to give me a proper goodbye, okay? Mm-hmm. And we have to eat our favorite snacks together one more time. Hmm? And we have to have a really good going together one more time. Sounds good. And we have to hug one more time. Sounds good. And, what else is there? Hey, we're together now, and that's more important than anything. Pulls the hands in. It was gloaming, and it was day spring. It was deepest night. It was the hot, brightest noon. The day's sunlight was brilliant. The day's storming clouds stretched on forever. The clouds hung thick in the sky. The clouds hung as wisps in the sky. My departing footsteps paced ever so lightly, so I would not rouse you. I abandoned you, and you parted with me. Unwilling, unresigned, fate is a merciful one. With a single finger, turns time's needle back. Pitter patter. Back as the raindrops hid in the clouds. Back the writing dew into the pen. Sorry. Back the leaves grew onto the trees, and the forget-me-nots returning their buds once more to their buds once more. Little by little, I came back to your side. My arriving footsteps paced ever so slightly, without the heart to rouse you. That day I embraced you, and you met me. Zaoyan, the car's outside. Hurry up. Oh, I'm coming. Wait for me. Got everything with you? Yeah, it's all in my suitcase. How about you, 67? Got everything of yours? Then I think we're off. Miss Rock, wait for us. We're going to Rhode Island too. Zhaobai? Zhaobai, don't run so fast. Ah, again, weren't you lost staying in Lungman? Mr. Lee gave Zhaobai a mission to send some things over to Rhode Island. What things? He told me it's confidential. All I said was to hand over someone called the Doctor. Doctor, that's such a funny name. Ah, it's not a name, silly. It's just a title. Do you know who it is? I do. Happens to be Rhode Island's commander and one of its founders. Every operator I have met has nothing but respect for them. Oh, I get it. It's your boss. You'll listen to what they say? Ah, not that simple. Hardly. What kind of person is the Doctor, really? First of all, he's not a medical doctor. He just has a PhD. Someone you'll all take a shine to. I know that. The instant you meet, you'll know. Rock, are you fine, ready to go? The driver's getting impatient. Zalbai and the lot want to come with us too. That's right. Really? I was just thinking it'd be so sad to leave you all. I started crying. This is perfect. We could travel together now. Zario, you good to go? It's so 67. Alright, we're off. Wait, Zalbai, you left the bag. I'll take it. Oh, thanks. Alright, that's everything. Let's go. It's around. Time flies so fast. Yangdi, is that the LG's feed you're eating? Looks like you love it. Is that good? Rawr. Oh, why not give it a try? Ah, shit. Guess it's a taste humans can't appreciate after all. Rah. Steamed buns for me, then. What brings you back here? Oh, you think I'd be here with you if I wasn't bringing Yanya's food? I think I'd want you here if you weren't bringing Yanya's food? And how's that? Young Dad brought you some new food toys. How's that? Want to come live for a few days? Arf. Evil on legs, you. Here, take this. Vegetables and eggs. Where'd you find the pain this in your heart to give me this stuff? You said it. I'm gone. Thanks. Ah, Zara and the Cloud Beasts are gone. I miss them. So do I. I'm worried the food I gave him won't last the whole trip. You filled the entire bag. He's at that feline growth spurt age after all. He needs to eat a ton. That's fair. Let's get a pet too. Oh, what do you want? Cloud Beast? Oh, that could work. Let's ask. Aw, Quincy's out. What's happening? What's the smell? People aren't meant to breathe this. What in the 6 syllables are you concocting? Slight mistake in the lab. Slight. You got it. And about bye. Actually, let's not get a pet. Yeah, you're right. Let's not. Listen up, Mini-Man. This vinyl's the work that end all works. Alpha and Omega of Opuses. As creator, the one who stands before you. Me. Chirp, chirp. Now that's what I like to hear. Something tells me you're dying to get to it. Music, start. Every glass of the bar sliding up to my lips. Chirp. I got notes in the bank, making digits flip. Chirp. Puzzles run on past me, going one by one. Chirp. Feel strange faces to me under the sun. Chirp. Brushing shoulders with me, crowds on me, calendar days. Chirp. I just want to open my eyes and see you face to face. Chirp. Diamonds bling bling, gold bars bling bling. Chirp. When I see the dazzle in you, it just ain't no such thing. Chirp. Emperor's just the greatest character. I love him. The last one. A day in the life of Bew. Zoe tries to find someone to care for Bew while they go on a mission. A few robots volunteer. Bew! Where are the ingredients? The dishes? Someone let Kay in? That thing keeps changing colors. How does it do that? If they find this, it's just like me. Be nice to him, medical. Wait, you want to give me a checkup too? Where'd the toy go? Oh no, Instructor Durnar must have come to bring me back. What do I do? No need to panic. Just say you came looking for the toy that mysteriously went missing and accidentally stumbled on the secret depths of Rhodes Island. Really? No joke? I went on this. He's not exactly the... Jive isn't exactly the brightest tool in the sharpest tool in the shed. Phew. What the heck are you? What are you doing? That's a machine component. You can't eat it. Oh, Miss Christine. Phew, that's a relief. I should thank Phantom. He made a car to go along with, but he's got a heart of gold. Have a nice day, madam. Oh yeah, Christine is Phantom's pet regular cat. Huh. I wonder how common those are, since, you know, Phantom himself is also a cat. Gotcha. Why won't you listen, Pew? You'll get hurt if you keep running around like this. What's with his color? Pew. Looks like he ate a lot. Where'd you find him, Zohei? The room at the end of the hallway. He also went to the Toy House restaurant, ate some of the food and toys. He's, without permission, by the way. Oops, guess we'll have to apologize. Yeah, and keep a close eye on him. Alright, let's go. So Bew didn't cause too much damage, even caught an operator who skipped class? That fierce-looking red guy was talking about digging something up, and now I was leaving by myself. Oh, he's looking this way. I'm sorry, Instructor Durnar, I won't do it again. Don't worry, brother, I'll complete the mission. How touching. Nice job, Bew. So apparently we won't need to pay any compensation, just do a few missions for them. Does that mean Bew can't come with us? Yeah, but they gave us a cage to put him in. We still need someone to take care of him. Oh, the ingenious Master Closure has added so many features with this update. I can feel my passion break through and shine even brighter. Our storage capacity has increased 35.7%, allowing us to download and install more engineering-related files. I have an update with more first aid procedures and language modules, further enhancing my support capabilities. I especially appreciate the ability to recover deleted files. I recovered a recording of the doctor snoring from a few years ago. Would you like to hear it? Wow, what are those? Robots talking to each other. Good morning, unfamiliar lady and gentlemen. Are you in awe of my perfect form? I know of no one that could resist my scorching charisma. Unknown personnel detected. Do you require assistance from Rose Island? I can help you if you are not feeling well. Wow, they really can talk. Hi there, we're new here, but we have a pet that needs to be looked after while we're away. Do you have anyone who can help us? A pet. Not a problem. This update includes 156 volumes on pet care, encompassing every species of plant and animal. No, for recreational purposes, I can guarantee my burning core will keep them warm. I can also help when they're not feeling well. I have extensive experience in caring for operators. Really, how amazing. More than amazing, incredible, for Closure's masterpiece will single-handedly solve all of your problems. Play spirits. Smart robots, Zohei. They're way more advanced than ones we're used to, though. May not look like people, but they definitely talk like people. The technology here is incredible. So he says he knows a lot about caring for pets. I think we'd trust him. What about you guys? You guys think? Why not? It won't be easy to find someone else on short notice. Alright then. Stay here, Hexu. Hey, Zoo. Oh, what an adorable black blob sitting right on my outer flame. I'll leave things to you then, Frame. And don't give Bo any metal or living things. It's very dangerous. You can take out of the cage if Jesus around. But he's still very excited, so keep him locked up a little longer. Understood. Please register your names and the your pets to be uploaded to the terminal as a mission. Pew pew. Behavior analysis indicates a desire to go out and play. Let him ride on my broad back. I'll show him every corner of Rhodes Island. Pew. He's clawing at the cage. Is he not feeling well? Why does he not talk? Querying the latest language modules. I seem to have previously deleted some language data. Allow me to restore it. Eat my shorts. Analysis indicates this is from my collection of from a collection of Terran expletives that was accidentally added to your library. Engineering department prepared a plugin for you, and because of this, apologies, I have re-deleted them. No, time waits for no man. I can't hold back in my cores, burning passion and hold back my core's burning passion anymore. Put the cage on my back and let us depart. Hold on, according to 100 tips on keeping a pet, animals demonstrate stress reactions when exposed to an unfamiliar environment. This is because they are unsure if it is safe. We must create a safe environment for Boo. An environment for Boo that is actually absolutely safe. Acknowledge scouting nearby environment. Scouting. Failed. Feature not found. I will do it. Hallway confirmed safe. There is no need to worry, Boo. Is he trembling? Maybe a stress reaction. Boo, I want to go out and play. What do we do? Let me give him a checkup. Go out and play. Data within expected range. We can go. Hurrah! Let's go! Do you want to go and play? We cannot. Operator said he's still excited and that would be dangerous. I must scan each room to ensure absolute safety. Chirp. Do not be frustrated, little one. I will give you a full tour during the long wait. This is the Rhodes Island rest area. Operators put stalls over there from time to time, where you can buy what you like. I doubt Boo would be interested in shopping. What about the workshop? I can't wait to bring him inside. Boo, I want to go. Scan complete. The garage contains large quantities of metal indicating a higher degree of danger. Chirp. Continuing scan of conveyor area. Hey, what's that? Gummy said he's a big eater. Want some fries? You. Oh no, he's so cute. Come on, eat it up. I have more where that came from. Apologies, operators, but the owners warned us not to feed him because it's dangerous. Oh, I see. Sorry. So what about the conveyor area? I can't stop myself from overheating anymore. I want to go. Scan complete. It contains conveyor belts indicating a high degree of danger. Scan complete. High degree of danger. Scan complete. High degree of danger. You need to stay within a 5-meter area of this hallway. Both ahead and behind are too dangerous. You must remain in this cage to come down to ensure your own safety. Boo is looking even worse. Is he afraid of the outside? No. He became more excitable upon hearing your words. I gather you are correct. Let us return. Scan indicate a large amount of metal and living beings in these rooms, but no wood, making it dangerous. Here's some disinfected wood. According to Pets for Dummies, it's ideal to feed once every 25 hours. Here's an appropriate portion. It's too little. Serving size is meticulously calculated. The next feeding will occur in 2.5 hours. According to How to Make Your Pet Love You, one must always be attentive to their physical and mental state. 1 hour has elapsed since last checkup. I must perform another to ensure you are healthy, and will continue to do so every hour. I'm gonna bite your head off. No, Zoe said not to. Come on, Boo, turn back and let me check your pulse. Boo in the terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. I observe the black open Bu's cage, causing Bu to flee to the corner of the hallway. Unable to bend down, so I do not know where he went, but I can hear him run away as soon as we approach. He seems to be avoiding us. I'm sorry, Boo. Were you scorched by my burning passion? I haven't learned to cool it down, but I'll control myself for your sake if you do not like it, for that is my duty. Boo remains stationary beneath A box. X2 is still there, which means Bu is safe, but keeping his distance. I ran another self-diagnostic. There's no error with my programming. Every step was taken in accordance with the instructions in the books. I do not understand why this is happening. Perhaps we should ask the other operators for assistance. We did clearly as instructed, and have not had similar issues when interacting with operators. What could the issue be? Bu, where are you? I just reported Backlands at 2. I heard Bu was with you, but I don't see him. Hello, Operator Rock. Well, I would love to share the burning warmth of my core with you. We need your help. Our situation here, Operator Rock. Based on your instructions, how did Again and the others take care of Bu? Followed the pet care manuals, but ran into trouble. Well, let me think. Bu, what did you just eat? Bu. He turned black with red and white dots on him. Eee. Bu. I think he just ate a comb I made. I'm sorry. It's fine, there's plenty of wood around here for me to make another, but does he eat wood? Yep, Bu loves wood, even made a big hole in my grandpa's house. And you're that happy about that. Fine, give him what he wants. He ended up with eating most of the materials I brought. I was planning on making something too. Oh well. You. There you are. You're You're starving, aren't you? Here, the last 2 pieces of wood. But it's not feeding time. Machine has not been scanned. Must be disinfected first. Well, now it's a light yellow. Looks like the wood wasn't thoroughly dried. Thanks, Bew. Oh, here you are, Hexu. There was no scan, nor is it feeding time. Your actions are not in accordance with the manuals. Bew came out of his own accord, and he looks happy. Thank you, Operator Rockrook. You have relit my core, which is good and cold, and not being able to solve the problem. Yeah, so just do it like that. Let him run around and eat whatever he wants. People can hold him too, as long as Hexu's around. Don't overthink it. We should relax with our parameters. I can try that. You have a piece of wood. Would you like it? Chirp. You are feeding him directly? Yeah, look how flat his tummy is. He's hungry. Just give him something to eat and he'll take a nap. What about the unfamiliar environment? Hexu's around, so no worries. Now let's feed him too. As long as it's not metallic or alive. Understood. Thank you, Operator Rockrock. Alright, I'll get going. Have a nice day. That's it too. I think we could delete some more books from our library. Or all of them. Bu has responded better to Rockrock's methods than the ones we have recorded. Absolutely right. We must warm Bu with our burning cores. I'll retain basic pets to which I have basic essential veterinary knowledge. I was originally designed to care for operators after all. Okay, Bu. Where do you wish to go then? Wherever you like. My warmth will always be by your side. I suppose we can just follow him. Ew. Whoa, look at that setting sun. Just let fire my core. Look how stylishly Bu eats, like the wind sleeping through the clouds. Install a module of Yanni's expressions, Therme. The amazing doctor did. They believed it would help me convey my thoughts even better. It just happens to have an expression that describes Bu perfectly. Random lump. Ew. According to Again, they should be about done with their mission soon. No wonder Bu wanted to get out. Would you like the food in the cafeteria, Bu? That said, the staff were a little sad to see you ignore their dishes and go straight for the chopsticks instead. Fortunately, operators from Ion and Higashi are rare, so we have plenty to spare. Ew. Look, Bu likes it. Ooh. He's approaching me for the very first time. He likes me. I can't control the heat of my core. I'm burning, burning. Good thing I have the cold spray first aid module. That seemed effective on you. If only Bu could install language modules. My programming has determined that would be illegal. I mean, it fully could communicate with us. Taking care of a creature that cannot speak is much more difficult than expected. At least we did not fail the mission. Thank you, Bu. I'm not equipped with an emotion chip, but my core has instructed me to sing a folk song. Would you like me to play it? Feels as though my clock speed is dropping. Why is that? Oh, it's back to normal. Bu. Ride on me, we shall climb the hill ahead of us. That way we can see the vehicles headed back to the ship. Would you like to ride on me or walk by yourself? You. By yourself. Bu darts through the branches, bushes, and rocks towards the peak of the hill. The setting sun shines on him and the robots. Answer to Thermix, can you sing? I looked up a song I previously learned. My parents want me to be a lawyer. My grandparents want me to form a family. All I want to do is pick up my brush. Draw the sunset. Draw the sunset. I'm unable to answer this question. The way he runs around in the setting sun shows that he is happy. That is what he likes to do. That is all good, but I love the sunset the most. Hey, I can see the sunset reflecting off the vehicles on the way back. Let's go meet them with my burning passion. Please wait while I update my database. Update complete. Let us go. Robots follow behind Bu, leaving long clouds of dust in their wake. A line of text flashes across Closure's robot monitoring terminal. Worry not, enjoy present. Bu's perfect day. And that is the entire story. As mentioned, that story will unfortunately not be put into records, so I'll have to go back to the stream specifically if I want to revisit it, but at least I have that option now. It's nice getting my live thoughts, even if it did bring back some rough memories, to say the least. Perhaps it's for the best. And for the best, I didn't go into too much detail, but yeah. You know, it's a good story when it makes you react in an emotional way. Good, bad. As long as you react, that usually means it did its job. Alright. Well, hopefully it was fun watching me struggle to clear the maps and then do the story. And that's going to be all for tonight. Until next time, thank you for watching, hope you had a good time, and I'll see you later.